Welcome in, sports fans, and we've made it to Game 7 in what has turned out to be one hell of a series. Toronto Blue Jays, Seattle Mariners, back and forth we go to the definitive Game 7. Unbelievable series, a lot of drama, some defense, some base running, some great pitching, big home runs. It has been all in all a great series with two teams that aren't typically here. Really, really fun to watch, and we're going to wrap it up here tonight as Shane Bieber's going to take the hill. Tom Selleck himself, gotta love that mustache. He is going to be starting it off for the Toronto Blue Jays as we're just about ready here. Getting ready for him to just finish up his warm-ups. Mustache looks great. Wonder if he's got that little Amazon controller on his hip. Yep, certainly looks like it's like a garage door opener or something. Coming at you with a four-seamer, slider, knuckle curve, changeup, cutter. Shane Bieber been around the block, and this is his second time to get a crack at the Mariners. Let's see what the Mariners offense can do. As it's been well documented, when they hit the big fly, they do well. And if they can hit a few tonight, then they sure have a look. Here's the order, the starting lineup. Rodriguez, Raleigh, Naylor, Polanco, Rosarena, Suarez, Crawford, Rivas, and Robles. Hate to say it, but it's nice not to see Canzone in there. But basically the same lineup that attacked him in Game 6 with Rodriguez leading off. Naylor bumps up to 3. Polanco in the cleanup. Rosarena down in the 5-hole. We're about ready to go here. Seattle got the dark blue unis on tonight. Behind the plate, Quinn Wolcott. Hope we don't have to call his name too much today. That'd be a damn travesty for a Game 7. Here's the first pitch from Bieber. Fastball away, misses. 1-0. 92 just off the black. Rodriguez, 200 average in the series, 2 bombs, 5 ribs. Kind of been the lone bright spot for the Mariners. First pitch, swung on, hit down the line, fair ball. That's going to be extra bases. Easy double for Rodriguez. Rattles around in the corner, picked up and thrown in. He trots into second, and that's how you want to start the game right there, ladies and gentlemen. Man, this guy's had some big hits from the Mariners, and he does not disappoint. Slider hangs. That is a cement mixer, and that is not a good sign for the Blue Jays fans. The ice skates better get out because they could be skating on home if Bieber's going to pitch like this. Nice effort from little man Ernie Clement there. And Rodriguez, like I said, the lone bright spot for the M's. Man, nice way to start the game off there. Most total bases since the All-Star game. It's Godzilla and Julio Rodriguez. In steps in Big Cal Raleigh. 3 bombs in the series. Let's see what he can do here. Here's the first pitch. Up and away. Fastball 1-0. 92 on the gun. Raleigh with that mustache. Good look on the big fella. He has the elbow protector. Waves his bat. He's ready to do some work. Bieber looks back Rodriguez a second. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on the slider inside. 1-1 the count. So far, not so good for Bieber. That slider is up in the zone, and he does not want to live there, ladies and gentlemen, because he will not be long for this game. Raleigh out in front, just missed it. Pick play to second. Not really close. Nice idea, but nothing doing there. Bieber walks it off a little bit. Goes to the stash. Maybe he's got some Vaseline in there. Nice try. He almost air milled at the center field. That would have been really, really bad. 1-1 now. Bieber's got his pitch. Looks Rodriguez back. He's ready to go. Here's the pitch. Swung on. Tapped to first. And it is going to just roll foul. 1-2 the count. Guerrero throws it back in. Gives the big man Raleigh a little pat on the butt and says, "Good job this year, big fella." So getting some highlights here from Game 3. Bieber in the powder blues had himself a nice outing. Had that slider working. But that slider so far is not looking too great, to tell you the truth. It's up in the zone. Rodriguez tagged one. Bieber damn near missed one. Look at this here. Got a replay right up over the zone. That is not where he needs that pitch to be. I'm telling you right now. All right, we're ready to rock and roll here. Here comes 1-2 from Bieber. Slider away, misses 2-2, and that's a much better location. That is where Bieber wants to live. He doesn't want to be out over the plate. He wants to be there off the black, especially against this big fella right here. So Bieber taking his time a little bit. Works a mound in. Takes a couple chews of the gum there. Raleigh steps out. Slowing up the pace, not like yesterday with the Savage working quickly. Oven Mitt is out for Rodriguez at second. Still never get used to that. Bieber's ready to do some work. Looking back, Rodriguez, and here comes the pitch. Slider in the dirt. Ball 3, full count. Nice easy take there from Cal Raleigh. And like I've said before, Cal Raleigh, the big man, he can work a count. He's got a little bat control. For a guy that hits 60 jacks, man, he can really hold the bat up there. He really can control it. It is nice to see from the big fella. Let's see what happens here on the 3-2. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit a laser beam down the right field line. Foul ball. Look out down there, Canadians. Careful now. Take your head out of the poutine. He's got a ball coming right at you now. 3-2. We're going to do it all over again. That's the 8th pitch now for Bieber. He does not want to run this pitch count up, or else he's only going to last a handful of innings. I mean, I guess at this point, Game 7, it's all hands on deck. I mean, anyone and everyone that can throw is going to throw tonight. And that'll be good news for the National League All-Star team, the Los Angeles Dodgers, because whoever they're playing is going to be kind of chewed up. Here's the pitch. High fastball up and in, swung on a miss, and he struck out Raleigh. Nice location from Bieber. Man, that was ball 4 there, but Raleigh, aggressive hitter, takes a gander at it. Up and in, tough pitch to hit. That's a real good location. Nice pitch from Bieber. 1 away. And that'll bring up the blue-collar broadcast, one of our favorites here, Mr. Josh Naylor. Here's the first pitch to Naylor, hitting 3 today. High fastball up in the zone, ball 1, about letter high. At the armpits. Naylor, 429 in the series, 3 bombs, 4 ribbies. Man, oh man, this guy came to play, and he has not disappointed. The big fella, the journeyman with the double hoop earring. He's ready to do work here. Here comes the 1-0 from Bieber. He steps over, fakes the pick play to second. Seems to be really concerned with Rodriguez out there. I mean, I get it, but is he really going to steal third? Don't you think you should just concentrate on the hitters here? I mean, you got a big man at the plate here. Don't lose control. Don't swung on from Naylor and fouled away. I mean, he's so concerned with Rodriguez at second. It's like, why don't you worry about that slider, big man? I mean, you're leaving out over the plate. I mean, the mustache is cool, but that location on the slider needs a little bit of work now. Seattle Mariners ALCS runners in scoring position hitting 2 1/4. They hit about 100 points higher in the ALDS, and we're getting some sequined shoes here from Naylor. Now, I can't say I'm a fan of those, but, you know, I am a fan of Josh Naylor, so I don't know if I can really let it slide, but I'm just going to pretend like I didn't see that. And here's a sequin hat in the crowd, and there's some pink shoes there. I don't know what the hell's going on or what they've done to this game, but I just want to watch some baseball. I don't give a damn about the fashion. All right, so here comes the 1-1. Bieber kicks, pitches, low and away with the changeup, 2-1. So Bieber up to 12 pitches now. Still only 1 out. Man still in scoring position. The big man Naylor at the plate. Top 1, Game 7, 0-0. And the pitch up in the zone, 3-1. Bieber looks like he wanted it. That changeup is high. And again, Bieber is up in the zone. He does not want to live up here, folks. This is not where he wants to be. 3-1 to Naylor. Do not want to be pitching behind to a guy like Naylor. He can do some damage. Bieber's ready at the belt. Here's the pitch. Swung on and hit to the right side, and that gets through to right field. Here comes Rodriguez to the plate. The throw is up the line. He scores. It's 1-0, and Josh Naylor, like I said, do not sleep on this man, ladies and gentlemen. He is a player, and the Mariners are already on the board. 1-0, 3 batters in. Bieber is struggling. Man, here we get a look at this. Just a nice, easy swing. Hits it right through the hole. Nice effort from Guerrero. Gets into right field. Barger charging on it. Terrible throw up the line. Not a chance. Rodriguez with the wheels scores easily, standing. And my man, Josh Naylor, just continues to deliver, ladies and gentlemen. Polanco at the plate. First pitch, fastball, four-seamer. Up in the zone again, but strike at the belt. 0-1 the count. Jorge Polanco, 227, 1 bomb, 5 ribs. Hitting cleanup, like I said before. And I'll say it again, Polanco got a short stroke. Let's see what happens here. Here comes the 0-1. Change up away, 1-1. Misses outside. So, They're giving us a stat on Polanco. I don't care because I think Josh Naylor is the man, ladies and gentlemen. If the Mariners win, he's hands down the MVP of the series. Hands down. All right, here comes the 1-1. Changeup, up and away. Ooh, close pitch. Just off the plate, I guess. Seems like the zone's a little tight in the early going. He's not calling the high pitch. He's, who is it? Wilcott, we said. The black is a little tight. I mean, that's okay. That's okay if that's the way it's going to be. It's going to, force some offense here. He just has to continue that strike zone in the bottom of the first and moving forward. Let's see how that goes. Here comes the 2-1 from Bieber. On its way. Same pitch, and now it's a strike. Don't like to see that, but 2-2 the count. Basically the same location, up in the zone at the black. It was a ball 8 seconds ago, and now it's a strike. I really don't know what's going on here. It's like a Little League game, in fact. So we have a 2-2 now. One down, top one zip. Mariners already on the board. 3 batters in. Bieber trying to stop the bleeding here. Here comes the 2-2. He's trying to freeze the batter. He kicks. Slider in the dirt. Picked out of the dirt by Kirk. And Kirk, I don't know, that's my guy back there, but he needs to be careful with that backhand crap. That was a good opportunity for him to just smother that ball. I know he's got some hands back there, but you get lazy, start playing that Raleigh backhand stuff, you get in trouble. The oven mitt's out. Even the big man Naylor's flossing the oven mitt. Looks like he pulled that one straight out of the oven because that doesn't even match his uniform there. Full count now to Polanco. Pick play to first. Naylor had about a 3-inch lead. Don't know what that was all about. Again, Bieber really, really tied up with the runners on base. Josh Naylor is not a threat to steal. I don't know why we're looking at his shoes again, but Josh Naylor's not going anywhere, and he gets back easily. It's just an extra throw for Bieber. Here comes a 3-2. Swung on and bounded to short. He steps on second, throws to first, and the ball hit Naylor in the head. Oh, geez, that was a weird play. So Clement was charging, coming across the plate. Miller Lite, the Toronto Blue Jays coach, is out. He wants to talk to the umpire about this. He thinks it's some kind of, what happened here? Hit Naylor right in the back of the helmet and just ricocheted up. Ernie Clement came across on the play, grabbed the ball, stepped on second. As he's throwing to first base, it hits Naylor, and the nice job by Naylor to turn around and not get hit. It's like he's done this before. Hits him in the helmet and just ricochets up. Clement's going, what is that? I mean, you threw it right into the back of his head. What do you think it is? You did it, my man. What are you so upset about? What are the Blue Jays so upset about? Their own guy threw it into the guy that's running in the base. What's he supposed to do? Just die? What is he supposed to do there? I really don't understand what. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 umpires, 6 fat men getting together into a circle to talk about a play that has no business being talked about. Clement stepped on second base and threw it over to first. And this little low T guy over at third base needs to calm down. Miller Lite's out on the field. Looks like he needs another beer. These guys are covering their mouths like they're talking some secret talk. What are they doing out here? Why are they wasting our time? There's nothing going there. It's out at second base and Polanco's at first. 2 down. Let's get this game going. There's no need for anyone to have a problem with any of this. Ground ball. Clement comes over. He's playing pull. Or he's playing to pull. He's playing in the shortstop position, essentially. Grabs the ball, steps on second, throws over to first, hits Naylor in the back of the helmet. What's the problem? I don't understand what the deal is. There's no reason for this to carry on any longer than it already has. And yet here we are. We get 18 angles from Big Brother. And what is this? Are we going to make a decision here? Then they call it double play. I guess they're going to say that's runner interference. I don't know. Yogi Berra came out of retirement to umpire at first base. Maybe there's some rules in baseball I need to touch up on. I just don't get it. He's running to first base. I don't know. I don't know. But I do know that is not a good way to end anything. Okay? So we'll be back. Hang tight there. We are back, and I don't know about you, but I barely was able to make it through those commercials. Dear God. All we get to hear about these days is betting. Now it's legal to bet. All this betting. We love to bet on the blue collar broadcast, but man, when did it become so mainstream? It really is something else. Anyhow, welcome back. We are here, bottom of the first. Toronto Blue Jays coming to the plate. Here's their order on the day. George Springer, our guy, leading off in the number 1. Number 2, Nathan Lukes, then Vlad Guerrero, Alejandro Kirk, Daulton Varsho, Ernie Clement, Addison Barger, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, and Andres Jimenez to bring up the rear in 9th. Similar lineup as the last game, and identical in fact. And we are ready to do this. George, our man Springer, leading off, bringing everything and his shoes. He might leave his shoes at the plate after he takes a couple of hacks. You know how he does it. George Kirby on the mound for the Mariners, having a rough postseason. 7.07 ERA. He sports a wide array of pitches. 4-seamer, slider, single, knuckle change, splitter, changeup. And he throws a lot of off-speed pitches here, but about a third of them are fastballs. Should like to see that number a little bit higher, but what are we going to do? So Springer steps in. Hopefully that knee's feeling a little better now. Like to see him bring the full array of his intensity, because it is quite a sight. Here comes the first pitch from Kirby. Fastball up and in, 1-0. 98 miles an hour on that. A lot of movement breaking up and in towards Springer. Springer 2 bombs, 4 ribs, hitting 269 in this series here. Kirby back on the bump and ready to do some work. And here comes the 1-0. The pitch, up and in, 2-0. 98 again, up in the zone. Just missed. We get a look from the umpire view. Whew, man, that'll put hair on your chest. Seeing a 98-mile-an-hour fastball come zooming in at you. Springer waves off everyone and says, don't worry about me. Here comes a 2-0. Fastball swung on, fouled away. Springer again swinging out of his shoes. 2-1. Like I said, George Springer doesn't know what a 2-strike swing is. All he knows is that he's trying to go deep every single time. And I respect it. Kirby on the mound, working quickly. Here comes the 2-1. Fastball swung on, fouled away. 2-2. So he's starting to size Kirby up just a little bit. And it's nice to see Kirby attacking Springer with the fastball. Just coming right after him. Gotta love it. If Kirby's going to keep the Mariners in the game, he's going to have to pitch just like this. He's going to have to come after hitters, play to his defense. Here's a 2-2. Slider away, ball 3. Good at bat from Springer. Like to see the leadoff guy work a full count, get some pitches going, let his guys get another look at him. Second time at Toronto in a week for Kirby here. Game 7. Man, what a moment for all these players. We should all never forget how big of magnitude this game is. This is pretty great. And the pitch is wide. Ball 4. Nice at bat from Springer. Way to go working the walk. George Kirby, not the start he wanted. Showing some highlights, or lowlights actually, of the game 2. Gave up a bomb to Springer. He gave up a bomb to Jimenez. Rough outing there. Gave up a bomb to Guerrero. Tough game for the M's. But he's back because the Mariners need him here. Like I said, all hands on deck. Nathan Lukes, the number 2 hitter, takes a fastball away. Ball 1 just off the black. 98 miles an hour again. Kirby coming right after these guys with the fastball. Just missing just a little bit here and there. Let's see if he can tighten it up a little bit. Here comes the 1-0. He has his pitch. And he kicks. Fastball, strike 1, right down the middle. 99 miles an hour at the belt. And Luke steps out, goes down, checks for a sign, doesn't get anything. He's got a little beard going here. It kind of looks like Bryce Harper a little bit. And he's hitting 348 in the series. Nice little from the 2-hole. Nice to see that. Fastball up and in, hit down the left field line. And Rosarina coming in at the line. He's got it. 1 down. He's going to toss it back in. That had to look like it was going out of bounds, but we're out of play. And Rosarina came in, made a nice play, and that'll bring up the big man, Big Bad Vlad. Had a huge game in Game 6 in the field, on the bases. Man, this is quite the guy. This is their guy. Our guy's on deck, but this is their guy right here. 3 bombs in the series, 6 in the postseason. Vlad Guerrero Jr. He is ready to do some business here. Comes the first pitch from Kirby. Fastball at the belt, strike 1, 99. Vlad looks back like, okay, all right. Guerrero against Kirby, 3 for 3 with a double and a homer. I feel like he's 3 for 3 with a double and a homer against everybody. So 0-1 to Guerrero. Man on first, one down, bottom one. Here's the pitch. Fastball at the knees, outside corner, strike 2. Nice pitch from Kirby. And man, this guy is just pelting the zone with these fastballs. Really nice to see Kirby just trying to attack these guys and come right after him. Really, really impressive. Let's see what happens here on the 0-2. Kirby working quickly. Has his pitch. He kicks. Another fastball. Swung on and hit the left field. Base hit. 99 miles an hour, and Guerrero just turned it over. Man, this guy is really a baseball player, folks. 99 isn't too fast for him. He just goes up there and he's fired up. He's yelling at everyone. I don't know who he's yelling at, but he's just yelling. Man, this guy is fun to watch. I tell you. 2-seamer from Kirby. I mean, the only thing you could really say is he left that over the plate. It's not a great 2-strike pitch. You'd like to see get that in a little bit in on his hands. You might get a little double play there, but this Guerrero guy really is something else, man. He's really, really fun to watch. And another man who's fun to watch is our guy, Alejandro Kirk, the catcher, hitting in the 4-hole. He's about 5'5", 295 pounds, short man, big man. Love a big man on the blue collar broadcast. Hitting .217, 1 bomb, 4 ribs so far in the series. 3 jacks in the entire postseason. And he is ready to do some work here. 1 down, man on first and second. Kirby in the stretch. Slider away, misses. Off the glove. Ooh, man. Cal Raleigh again. I say it every game, and I will say it every game. How did this man win a Gold Glove? Here we go to replay. Slider away, he reaches at it. He doesn't slide. He doesn't use a chest protect. I mean, the guy is a liability behind the plate. How can the pitcher feel comfortable that he can throw a ball in the dirt if he doesn't think his catcher can block it? No wonder they're leaving stuff up in the zone all day long. So we got a little meeting of the mound, meeting of the minds, will you, with Raleigh and Kirby. He's got the mouth covered just saying, yeah, I know you can't block a ball, but I have to throw it down there, so just do your best, okay? We get a look over at the mustaches in the dugout. Back to a pan of the Canadian fans. The ice skates are sharpened. The poutine is hot. They are ready to go. Raleigh trots back behind the plate. Kirby's ready to do his thing. 1-0 count. 1 out. Man on first and second. Bottom one. 1-0 Mariners. Game 7 ALCS. What a moment, ladies and gentlemen. And we're back and we're ready to go here. Here comes a 1-0 from Kirby. Slider. Ooh, just missed low. 2-0. Good pitch from Kirby. Seems that the zone is a good deal above the knees. I mean, oof, man, that is a really, really good pitch. That's a tough one not to get there. 2-0 from Kirby. He looks him back at second, and the kick. Fastball outside corner, strike 1 there. And Kirk didn't like it because he's like, my guy didn't get that in the first inning. What the hell is that all about? 2-1 now. Kirk already back in there. He's ready to do some work. And Kirby already on the bump. He's ready to work too. Moving quickly. Here comes the 2-1. Fastball up and in, misses. 3-1. 98 again. And Kirby getting behind here, and he's in trouble. 3-1, Varsho on deck. He's in trouble of walking the bases loaded, and he does not want that. He's already 16 pitches deep here in the first inning. This is not how he drew it up, ladies and gentlemen. And here comes a 3-1. Fastball outside corner, strike 2, 99. Kirk didn't like it again. Again, the body language. Now he looks back and says, hey, man, where was that 4 minutes ago? My guy didn't get it. Fastball on the black. Nice pitch from Kirby. I mean, yeah, that's a strike. That's a strike, folks. Problem is, it wasn't a strike 3 minutes ago. But we got a full count here. 1 out. Kirby ready to go. Here's the pitch. Fastball swung on, hit a mile high off the right field side. Naylor tracking, and it's going to get into the seats. Foul ball. We'll do it again. That's 18 pitches now for Kirby, and he's still just 1 out in. This is not boding well for the Mariners or their bullpen. Could be a big, big bullpen game day for both of these pitchers, actually, because Tom Selleck in the top of the first threw quite a few pitches himself. So we'll do it again now, the 3-2. Alejandro Kirk is ready. as is Kirby. He doesn't look back to second, and he throws a fastball, swung on, fouled back. Nice job by Kirk there. He got a lot of bat on that, just missed it. 98 at the black. He wasn't going to let that one go. It was a strike. It is a strike, and we're going to do it again. And Kirby at this point's got to be thinking, damn, what do I got to do to get out of this inning, man? I'm laboring now. So 7 pitches this at-bat so far for Kirk. 19 in the inning for Kirby. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him on the high fastball, 98 miles an hour. He blew it right by him. 2 down. Nice at bat from Kirk. He just couldn't get the bat on it. You never know. He gets that ball in play. It's an easy double play. Kirk, like I said before, isn't fleet of foot. He's a big man. And big men hitting the double plays when they hit it on the ground. High fastball, and he just blew it right by him. Nice pitch from Kirby. And that's going to bring up Daulton Varsho. Varsho, the center fielder. Lenny Dykstra lookalike. Having himself a decent little series here. Hitting 5th in the order. Here's the first pitch from Kirby. Slider low and in. He waves at it. 0-1. Not a good pitch for Varsho to hit there. Nice location from Kirby. I mean, even if he does hit it, he can't do much of that. So, good pitch from Kirby. And he's already back on the slab and ready to go. Here comes the 0-1. Slider in the dirt, hit up the middle, and that's going to get through into center field. Oh, perfect positioning. Rodriguez picks it up, flips it in, but Springer scores, and we got a tie ball game here. Nice job right there by Varsho. Man, the second baseman was pulled over into the hole, which is why he couldn't get to it. Nice effort from Rivas on the dive, but just not enough. And it gets through. Base hit, Daulton Varsho, tie game. And we have a game here, ladies and gentlemen. Curveball there. Varsho, I don't know. He's way in the hole. There's just no chance for Rivas to get to that. And Springer scores easily. Guerrero over to third. Tie ball game. Couldn't ask for much more. What a way to start this game. What a way to start game 7. But Kirby's still on the bump here. 22 pitches in, 2 down. Really, really needs this out. And we got little Ernie Clement coming up to the plate. Big stick. This a tough out right here, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss at the outside fastball, 0-1. Clement thought he was going to tee that one up. That problem is Ernie Clement has low tee. I mean, he's a hell of a hitter. He's got a nice stick, but that ain't his game. He hits out the right field, and we're talking, but don't try and muscle up here, little man. 0-1, 2 down. Here's the pitch from Kirby. Slider swung on, bounced foul, third base side. 0-2. Like I said, Ernie Clement's been having himself a hell of a postseason. The guy's got nice short stroke. He's been hitting the ball all over the place. He almost had a bomb yesterday, but, I mean, the guy's got warning track power. He doesn't need to be up there trying to go yard. He's not George Springer, if you catch my drift. You know what I mean? He can't even grow a mustache for crying out loud. 0-2 from Kirby. High fastball hit into center field. Rodriguez drifting back over his shoulder, makes the catch, makes it look easy. He looks up the Canadian fans and says, I guess, and he tosses up into him. Nice guy. Rodriguez is a nice guy. That'll end the inning, but not after the Blue Jays tie it. And we'll be back for the second inning. Welcome back, sports fans, for the second inning. Mr. Bieber and his stash on the hill gets strike 1 on the corner to Randy Arozarena. Top of the second, 1-1. Arozarena, 190 in the series. Really struggling, folks. I rarely see him on base. Slider outside. 1-1 the count. Bieber working quickly. Here's the 1-1. Fastball at the knees, misses. And I guess that's been kind of consistent. Seems that this umpire wants the ball up in the zone. That could produce some hitting. Here's a 2-1 from Bieber. Slider outside corner, swung on, fouled away. Arozarena, big hack, just couldn't get it. He just seems like he's pressing, folks. I don't know. He seems like he wants to go yard, and he's just not making good contact, and his average shows for it. He rarely sees this guy on base. They've dropped him to 5th in the order. Canadians are standing. Slider swung on, hit to short. Diving play, can't get it into center field. Base hit for Arozarena. Man, he needed that. He's on base, and he's trying to fire his team up. Nice effort from Jimenez. Full sprawl out dive, just couldn't get it. It's kind of deep in the hole. Slider just knocked, slow dribbler up the middle. Good effort, just under the glove of Jimenez. Nice try, though. So Mariners have the leadoff man on, and they're in business again. Shane Bieber in the stretch again. Man, this is not what the Jays fans wanted to see. The oven mitts on. First pitch to Suarez. High slider up in the zone. Ball one. Suarez, 318, 2 bombs, 7 ribs. He's come alive in this series late. The grand slam certainly helped that. He's been hitting the ball just a little bit better. And he's ahead in the count, 1-0. Here's the pitch from Bieber. Slider swung on, base hit up the middle. Another pitch out over the plate. Suarez doesn't miss it. Nice piece of hitting there, Suarez. And just what the Mariners need is this guy to come alive. Man, oh man. Shane Bieber is getting in trouble. He is continuing to leave the ball out over the plate. And if you're a Jays fan, you cannot like the look of this. Cement mixer over the middle. That's some weak sauce right there. Got a little bit in on Suarez. Man, he gets that bat around a little quicker, and it's probably a 3-1 ball game. Here's little J.P. Crawford, 2 for 18 in the series. 2 ribs. He's got 2 on and 1 no outs. And he bunts. He sits a bunt down. Beaver's got it, throws over to first, but nice job by Crawford to execute. Man, it's good to see these guys get the bunt down. Not the best bunt. You'd like to get that a little bit up the third base line, but nice call by the Mariners bullpen or by the Mariners dugout. The coach should get the bunt down, and you got a man on second and third with 1 down. And here again, similar to this last play, nice job by Crawford to get it done. You know, that's what you got to do. I mean, you're getting paid the big bucks. You gotta get that bunt down, and he did it. He did his job. He did what was asked of him, and now he needs to get picked up. We need a fly ball here from Louis Rivas. Here's the pitch, fastball, outside corner, strike 1 at the belt. 0-1. Bieber working really quickly. They got the defense shifted over to the right side, playing to pull. Leo Rivas, not a big hitter, 1 for 10 in the series, 154 in the postseason. Got to get this run home, folks. Here comes the 0-1 count. Swung on and fouled off. Changeup well out over the plate, and Bieber missed again over the plate, up in the zone. Man, oh man, he's really playing with fire here. Rivas missed a real opportunity there to at least hit a fly ball into the outfield. Man, 0-2 now. I'm guessing Rivas wants that one back, man, because that was his pitch right there. Changeup got him out off balance just a little bit, but geez, that was the one there. Bieber steps off the hill. Rivas steps out. Take a little breather here. Strikeout comparison. Both of these teams K a lot. Seattle much more. Seattle lives and dies by the home run. Let's see if they can produce something here. Slider in the dirt. Swung on a miss. Struck him out. 3 pitches, and he's got him down. And that's just not a good at bat from Rivas. I mean, he should be shaking his head. That's just not how it's done, folks. Man, big out from Bieber there. That's the slider that he wants. That is the location that he's going to need to do over and over again. See what he does? He gets it low in the zone. He gets a swing and miss strike. He hangs out up over the plate, and he's got 2 guys on base. I mean, it's not really that hard, folks. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm just saying it's not that hard. Here comes Victor Robles, 1 for 12 in this series. Does anyone not hit under 200 on this team? His slider tapped back to first. Bieber over to first in time, inning over, and he works his way out of the jam. He's got to be pumped after that. Man, after the bunt, you get the man on third and 1 down. Mariners have to feel like they let one slip through their fingers. We'll be back for the second inning in just a second here. Welcome back, sports fans. Bottom of the second, coming at you live from Toronto. Kirby back on the mound, and it's big Addison Barter at the plate to lead us off here. Slider in the dirt, ball 1. Just showing some highlights of Bieber getting pumped, getting out of that jam. Well done here. Barger, 250, 2 bombs, a big one in game 6. And here comes the 1-0 pitch. Slider at the belt, strike 1, 1-1. Barger steps out. Yeah, that home run he hit, he's still got to be grinning after that. Give the Jays a big 4-run lead in the last game that sent them into this game 7 here. Here's the pitch, swung on. Ooh, just missed down the right field line. Just foul. Just to the right of first base. He would have probably had 2 there. Way to turn on that one from Barger. As we get a look at the Toronto Blue Jays manager, also known as Miller Lite. Every time I look at him with his red face, looks like he's had about 12 beers. And this game will make you drink, I tell you. I'm sure his blood pressure's through the roof after all this. Game 7 ALCS. Man. Anyway, we're back. 1-2 here. Barger's ready. Kirby's got his pitch. He kicks. Slider. Ooh, just under the zone. Nice try by Raleigh to frame it. 2-2. Good pitch. Just missed. A little low. Ump hasn't been calling it. He's been consistent there. You got to tell him good work, so far. I mean, so far so good there. 2-2. Here's the pitch. Slider up out over the plate. Bounce to short. Crawford's got it. Throws over to first. Nice scoop from Naylor in time. Barger's retired. Looked like Crawford rushed to throw. Barger really hustling down the line. But, man, Naylor's got that nifty glove work over there. It doesn't seem like anything gets by the big fella. He digs that one right out of the dirt. And Kirby's on his way. 1 down here in the bottom of the second. As he works the ball up a little bit, that'll bring up Isaiah Kiner Falefa, 4 for 11 in the series. 1 RBI. Here's the pitch from Kirby. Fastball outside corner, just missed. 1-0. Still zooming that thing in there at 98 miles an hour. Kirby working quickly. Falefa doesn't even step out of the plate. He's got a nice beard going there. Here comes the 1-0. Fastball hit the right field, right at Josh Naylor. Had him positioned perfectly. 2 down. Tough to get anything by the big fella over there. Man, just seems like he's always at the right place at the right time. Naylor grabs that one. Nice piece of hitting from Falefa to go the other way with it. Fastball away. Just pokes it in the right. Just tough luck right at Naylor. And there's 2 down. As we get a look at Tom Selleck in the Blue Jays dugout. Taking a breather before he has to go back out. And it's Jimenez. Sawed off, hit to short. Crawford with the throw, not in time. Jimenez beats it out. Even a good throw, I don't think he gets him. Naylor tries to play the hidden ball trick. Doesn't work. Nice effort from Crawford. Jimenez gets sawed off, hits it into the hole. Backhand for Crawford, who's positioned more up the middle. Tried to make the throw, but little man didn't have that much, on the throw. Even a big arm, I don't think, gets that one out. So it's just a tough play. All his momentum's taking him to third, and he's trying to throw it back over to first. Really, really tough play. So that's going to be an infield single for Jimenez. And we're going to come right back up to the top of the order here. Second time through for George Springer. First pitch. Fastball up in the zone. Ball 1, 98 miles an hour. George Springer. Let's see if he loses his shoes at the plate and comes down on one here. 1-0 the count. Bottom 2, 2 down, 1-1. Here's the pitch from Kirby. He kicks. Fastball up and in. 2-0. Kirby's still lighting it up there on the radar gun, and he's been attacking Springer up and in. I think that's a pretty good strategy, honestly. Springer's got kind of a long swing, big swing. See if you can get in on him. Don't miss out over the plate to this guy. Let him extend. Slider out over the plate, bounce to third. Suarez has it over to first, and that'll end the inning. And Kirby gets out of it. And we are going to be going into the 3rd inning as the Mariners are going to turn that lineup over and get another crack at Tom Selleck. We'll be back. Welcome back, friends. Top of the 3rd inning. Starters and off here. Top of the Mariners order. Julio Rodriguez squaring off against Shane Bieber. Bieber working quickly. First pitch swung on. Fouled off his foot. Fastball up and in. Got just off the instep there. But he's got the little pink shin guard there. I think it didn't get him in a bad spot. Rodriguez going to walk it off. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, that can't feel good. 0-1 here. Top of the 3rd. 1-1 game. We got a good ball game here, ladies and gentlemen. Game 7. Man, doesn't get any better than this. This is just peak. Oh, God. Hit right off his shin, above the shin guard. Shin guard was too small. Oh, man, that's not as bad as Springer getting drilled in the kneecap, but that cannot feel good. Trainer's going to come out and talk to him and say, listen to me, man. We know you're not coming out, so quit the theater. Just tough it out. Get in there. Here's some chaw. Stick it in your mouth. Shut up. Take a big hack, and let's do this. And once you ditch the pink shoes while you're at it, too. I guess they're not that bad, whatever. Anyway, Rodriguez looks like he's ready to work. He's a tough guy. There's no way in hell he's coming out of this game. If he did, I don't think they'd ever let him back on the field, nor should they. Anyway, here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup from Bieber there. Good timing there. and Rodriguez is down 0-2. Double in the first inning, and as has been documented, he's really been the lone bright spot in the Mariners order throughout. I mean, a couple guys have had some big moments. Aside from our guy Naylor, really, and Rodriguez, not much else to write home about. Raleigh's hit a couple of big bombs. Suarez had a big bomb. Everyone else isn't doing a damn thing. 0-2, check swing down to first. No, he didn't go. He did not go. 1-2. They check down to the first base up, and he says, no, he did not. Close. Really, right there. That is really, really close, folks. He could have easily been rung up there. But he's still alive. Here's the 1-2 slider away, 2-2. Nice idea from Bieber. Just got away from him just a little bit, 2-2. Maybe Bieber's calmed down a little bit. He's working a little lower in the zone here in the third inning. Let's see if he can maintain this. He's got Rodriguez 2-2, and he is ready to do business. Here comes the pitch. He kicks. Swung on, hit to third base. High bounding ball. Thrown back over to first. I guess they waved it off foul, and we're going to do it again. Little Ernie Clement over there. Gloved it and just tossed it away. Says here, Julio Rodriguez, second player in Major League history with multiple 30-30 seasons, age 24 or younger. That's a pretty cool stat right there. Only player in MLB history with 110 homers and 110 steals in the first 4 seasons. Well done. Yeah, those are cool stats. We're good with that. Gotta love a 30-30 guy. I mean, nothing wrong with that. Got some pop, got some speed. Gotta love it. Good-looking player here for the M's. He's been big for them in the series. Let's see if he can be big again. They got him hitting leadoff. Man, plays a clean, tidy center field out there. Nice big arm. Like you said, he can steal a bag. Like the look of Rodriguez. Let's see what he's got here. Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled down the line. He wastes the knuckle curve. And we're going to do it again. 38 pitches for Bieber. And as his pitch count starts to creep, let's see if he can maintain his location down in the zone. Like I said in the last couple innings, he's been getting it up a little bit. Let's see if he can keep it down. Here's the full count offering. Swung on and hit high and deep to left field. He goes back. That ball's gone. Left center field. Home run and another hanger from Bieber. And Rodriguez did not miss. He touches him up. And just like I said, he gets that ball up in the zone. And man, this guy Rodriguez, you cannot miss to him like that. He's got a nice little trot working. Ooh, he gives a little cool little high five to the third base coach. Nice little pace on that, 423 feet, and the big fly, and this is exactly how the Mariners drew it up. This is what they do, slider. Ooh, God, why are they showing the wrong one? Jesus. Here's the slider, out over the plate, up in the zone, just like we said. You cannot miss there, Shane Bieber. I mean, you know that. How many years have you been pitching? You cannot miss out over the plate. So here's Cal Raleigh, doesn't get any easier, swung on and bounced to first base. Guerrero's got it. Flips to Beaver covering, and that'll be one away. Waved at. There's that godforsaken Triton again. Can we get rid of that damn thing or not? Jesus. There's the ump view. Man, that was a big fly there, boy. Do not want to miss to him there. Jeez, oh jeez, man. Come on, Bieber. Anyway, Cal Raleigh with a little wave job just bounces it over to first base. Kind of a weak AB. One down. But the Mariners grab the lead 2-1 as they have throughout the postseason via the long ball. And here's our guy, Josh Naylor. Swung on and hit a ton to right, but right at Barger, 2 down. Man, Bieber dodged a bullet there. That had a lot of steam on it. Just hit right at the right fielder. Bieber gets a quick out. 2 quick outs, actually. That'll be good for him. And that is one good thing I'd say about Bieber. Guy gives up a bomb on a bad pitch, and he just comes right back at guys. You got to love to see that. I mean, that's a sign of a true competitor. And let's see if he can work his way out of this inning and just keep the damage to 1 run. 2 down. Jorge Polanco at the plate. Here's the pitch. Slider at the knees. Ball 1. Hasn't been a strike. It's a good no call. It's all right. If it's not going to be a strike, that's fine. Just keep it consistent. 1-0. Polanco grounded into a double play his first AB. Here's the 1-0. Low. 2-0. Change up in the dirt. So he's ahead in the count. Let's see if Polanco gets something to hit here. Like we've documented throughout the series. Nice short stroke from Polanco. Guy's got some pop. Good little player. Change up at the knees. Strike 1. 2-1 the count. And they keep panning over to Miller Lite in the dugout. Guy looks like he has to take a dump. Actually looks like he's about to take a nap. Pretty cool for a Game 7. 2-1. Swung on, foul down the right field line. 2-2. Change up, got him out front. Bieber been going to the off speed quite a bit here in the third inning. Hasn't thrown the fastball too much. 45 pitches. Not terrible. Big moment here for Bieber. Love to get out of here with just giving up the one run. Here comes the 2-2. Fastball up and away, or changeup rather, and he misses outside, and it's going to be a full count. Polanco already back in the box, ready to do work. Randy Arozarena on deck with a single earlier today. Here comes the 3-2. Slider inside, foul off, we'll do it again. Nice at bat from Polanco to work it full. Bieber steps off, kicks the rubber a little bit, grabs a rosin bag, touches his Amazon Fire Stick on his side, grabs his crotch, gets a new ball, and he's ready to work. Get a look at some Canadian fans. They look kind of puzzled. They don't know what's going on here. And that's okay. At least they're there. Glad they showed up. This is a big game here for Toronto. Here comes a full count. Swung on, hit up the middle. A dive from Jimenez. Base hit into center field. Nice at bat from Polanco. Takes the slider and slaps it into center. And just like I said, nice short stroke. Nice little ball player there. Jorge Polanco. Nice piece of hitting. And he'll be aboard. And that'll bring up Randy Arozarena. Here's a view from the Mariners dugout on the bomb. And man, that's a nice camera angle right there to see that home run. Oh, they gotta like the look of that. And these Mariners just hit bombs. And when they hit bombs, they win games. Let's see if we can keep them go. If they can keep it going. It's only the top of the third. There's a lot of baseball left. Here's a Randy Arozarena. 1-for-1 on the day. First pitch, swung on and missed. Strike one. Bieber blew it right by him. 93 on the black. Nice pitch there. Arozarena looks back, says, is that a strike? The ump says, man, don't matter. You can't hit it anyway. So here comes the 0-1 from Bieber. He pauses. And kicks. Fastball. Way too high. 1-1. So Arozarena finally got himself a hit earlier. Nice little single up the middle. Let's see if he can build on that momentum. Really, really struggling in the postseason. Plays a decent left field, but man, he hasn't really hit much. I don't know about these yellow gloves either. Here's the 1-1. Slider over the middle. Way too much plate, but he tied up Arozarena and let it go. 1-2 the count. Here again, man, that slider is just kind of, not a lot of movement on it, just sitting right out over the plate. That's a scary, scary pitch if you're a Blue Jay fan. Doesn't seem like these Canadians really know what it looks like, though. That's okay. They got their ice skates on. They're getting ready for hockey season. Just kicked off. Here's the 1-2. Low and away, 2-2. You know, this is Maple Leafs country up here. They're worried about John Tavares and Austin Matthews and all that. Seeing if they can win a Stanley Cup. How long has that been? I think they won a World Series before they won a Stanley Cup. Maybe they should be watching the Blue Jays. But they do have a good turnout here for Game 7. Here's a 2-2 from Bieber. He kicks. Slider away, and he waves at it and struck him out. Arozarena, again, trying way too hard to put something together. Swings at a ball 25 inches off the back, and he's out of there. But not before the Mariners add to their lead on the Julio Rodriguez home run. We'll step aside for a minute and be back for the Toronto Blue Jays in the bottom of the third. We'll be right back. Welcome back, friends. Bottom of the third. Nathan Luke's the number 2 hitter at the plate against George Kirby. Here's the first pitch. Fastball outside away. 1-0 the count. Kirby is still hitting 96 here in the bottom of the third inning. Nathan Luke's fly out in the first inning. 333 average in the postseason. And here comes a 1-0 offering from Kirby. Fastball inside, misses. 2-0. Not how Kirby wants to start the inning after they just gifted him another lead. This is the second lead he's been given in, 3 innings now. And the first thing he does is walk out there and get behind the first guy right before he's facing their best hitter. Not a good strategy, folks. Here comes the 2-0 from Kirby. Fastball, strike one, over the plate, 97. And here's the thing. He's done a good job of it, I will say, throughout, this far through the game. He's been throwing a lot of fastballs, which is good. He's got the lead. He's got a good defense back there. Use him, man. Throw the fastball. There it is again. High fastball, swung on a miss, 2-2. That's what I mean. This guy's throwing BBs out there. Go after these guys. Do not get behind the count. Just attack them. Here's a good look. 2-1 fastball up in the zone. Just blew it right by him. Here comes the 2-2. Swung on and missed. Fouled off. Bad pitch from Kirby. Hanging slider. Luke's is saying to himself, dear God, I'll never see a pitch that good again for the rest of this season. as he just could foul it away. On deck, the biggest, baddest dude north of the border, Vlad Guerrero. Kirby has his pitch, and here comes the 2-2. Fastball up in the zone. Nice job by Luke to get a piece of it. And we'll do it again. 97 up at the hands. He fouls it off. As mentioned before, Luke's sporting a nice trim beard there. Got the playoff beard working. You got the mojo working. Hitting in the 2-hole. Hitting around 300. Let's see what he can do here on the 2-2 from Kirby. The pitch, swing and a miss, struck him out on the slider. Again, up in the zone. Both of these pitchers seem to be missing up. I'm sure their nerves are cranked up to the fullest, and it's understandable, but man, tough place to miss. I'm telling you, you do not want to miss up like that. As we get some highlights of Vlad Guerrero just hitting bombs off of Kirby. I mean, it's like a home run derby, this guy. Aside from George Springer on Toronto and my man Kirk, like this guy's a great at bat. As he gets sawed off on the first pitch, out to right is Rivas, and he gets him. Nice pitch from Kirby. First pitch in on the wheelhouse. Well done. 2-seamer, 97 in on the hands, and he gets Guerrero. Well done by Kirby to get through the big fella, and that's a quick second out there. Man, nice job by Kirby. He didn't attack him with the slider like he has been with some of these other guys. The pitch that he was leaving up out of the zone, he went right at him with the fastball and got him. Nice job. Here's a slider to Kirk, swing and a miss. Big swing from Kirk and a miss. And that's a much better location there. Out off the plate, 0-1. Strikeout in the first inning for our man Kirk. And Kirk's been in a little mini slump here. It's been a little while since he had a hit. He had the big fly a few games ago, but let's see what he can do here. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike two. Big fastball. And he's late. And everyone's late. This guy's up there and he's just humming at 98 miles an hour. Coming with that, little 3/4 delivery. And he is working quickly. The 0-2 pitch. Slider away. 1-2. Not even close. Kirby hoping to get out of here. And, as we said at the top of the inning, or at the top of the 2 at-bats ago, they staked him to a 1-run lead, and they staked him to another 1-run lead. Let's see if he can hold it now. Slider swung on, drilled to Crawford, and that'll end the inning. Nice play by Crawford. Nice inning for Kirby to get through really quickly and maintain the lead. He trots off the mound, and he's got it going. We'll be back for the 4th inning. We're back, sports fans, just in time for the manager to get interviewed in the middle of the game. Why are we still doing this? First pitch from Bieber inside to Suarez, ball 1, fastball inside. I really don't know why they're talking to these guys. I mean, as if their job isn't hard enough in this huge game. We have to just, why do they subject these guys to that? That's not even cool, honestly. Another fastball in off the hands, 2-0. And they're still going over here, talking to the manager, it's Tom Pelissaro or something. Slider, swung on, big swing from Suarez and a miss. 2-1. Nice slider that time from Bieber. Out over the plate, but low in the zone. Not going to get burned there. Good 2-0 pitch. Here's a 2-1. Swing and a miss. The slider, this time he left it up. Suarez just missed it. 2-2. Man, Bieber's playing with fire. They already got the bullpen going. It's Varland again. Saw him a little bit in the last game. That guy can heat it up pretty good. Everyone's on deck to pitch today, man. I mean, Scherzer, everyone. They'll get them all. Let's see. Here comes the 2-2. Slider away, just waves at it, and you struck him out. Nice job by Bieber, and not a very good swing from Eugenio Suarez there. That's just, I don't know. That slider well off the plate, and Bieber gets his man. 1 down. Much better slider for Bieber. Low and off the plate. I mean, all Suarez can do is just wave at it. He doesn't like it, and we don't like it, folks, because he missed the pitch 2 before. J.P. Crawford now. Fastball away. Misses off the plate. 1-0. Crawford with a nice bunt in the first inning. He was asked to do his job, and he got it done. Well done. Here comes the 1-0. Fastball outside corner. Strike 1. 92 miles an hour. Crawford lets it go, and it's 1-1. Shane Bieber wants to work quickly, and he is already on the slab, and he is ready to get after it. Here comes the 1-1 from Bieber. Fastball at the knees. Ball 2. 2-1. Pitch hasn't been a strike all day. You can't be complaining about it now. He's been pretty consistent. It's all we can ask for. Good job by the umpire. 2-1. Bieber again on the slab. And here comes the pitch. Slider low in the dirt. Crawford, big swing and a miss, 2-2. Oh, again, J.P. Crawford, not really hitting much in this series. Makes you wonder what he's doing up there. I mean, that's not a pitch he can drive. He's not a power hitter. Just look for something out over the plate and just put it in the outfield, man. Here's a 2-2. Just like that. Slider away. Nice job by Crawford. He hung on it. Fouled it straight back. That's a much better swing from him. 2-2. One down here. Top four. Mariners leading 2-1. Bieber walks off the back of the mound, rubs up the ball. I don't know why he decided to take a little pause this time. He's been working very quickly. So when he steps off the mound, maybe he's getting some sandpaper going or something, getting a little spitball going. Nah, I'm just kidding, kind of. 2-2. One down. Here's the pitch. Slider in the dirt. This time Crawford lays off at full count. Nice take from Crawford. Nice at bat from Crawford. Working the count up. Bieber up to 64 pitches now. Let's see if he can leave a couple balls up. You got Rivas on deck here. 0 for 1 on the day. Here comes a full count offering. Fastball away. Nice job by Crawford down the line. Fair ball into the corner. That's an easy 2. J.P. Crawford is going to trot into second base as the ball gets thrown back in. Crawford loves it, and we love it, folks. That's exactly what we wanted him to do. Fastball away. Just take it to left field. Just hit them where they ain't. Look at this. Here's a nice replay. Well done, J.P. Crawford. That's what we're talking about. That is it right there. Really good job. Nice to see the Mariners getting the bottom of the order going. J.P. Crawford, my man, good job. He's there for his glove. He's not there for his stick. But, man, way to get the inning going. He's in scoring position. Let's see if the Mariners can't get a run here. Top of the fourth, Rivas up. Changeup away just off the black, 1-0. So Rivas, again, similar to the rest of the order, 2 for 14. Not a whole lot going on at the bottom of the Mariners order. Let's see if he can change that. Crawford at second. Not a big lead. Here's the pitch. Slider inside. Strike 1, 1-1. Bieber, as usual, working quickly. Back on the slab. Rivas steps out to try and slow him down a little bit. Big, deep breath from Bieber. Got to clean that mustache off. He looks Crawford back. And here's the pitch. Changeup. Low. Nice. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Great pitch from Bieber there. That's exactly where he wants that ball. So Rivas behind in the count. 1-2 as we got another look at the changeup. Really, really nice pitch there from Bieber. He's shaking off Kirk a little bit as Rivas redoes his gloves, trying to slow the momentum of Shane Bieber. And he's just about ready to go here. The 1-2 count. One down. Crawford at second. Top of the 4. Here's the pitch. Change up in the dirt. Swing on a miss. And he's out of there. And Rivas strikes out again. 5th K for Bieber. And not a very good at bat there from Rivas. I mean, I know he's there for his glove. That's not really his thing. But, man, it's just... You wish you could get some kind of production out of some of these guys. They just continue. It doesn't really matter who it is. It's just either it's Canzone or Rivas or let's see if Robles can do something. This guy's hitting 077. Ground out in the second. Here's the first pitch from Bieber. Slider away, waved at and missed. 0-1. And man, I mean, I'm not a Mariners fan, but this is kind of hard to watch sometimes. You see these guys up there and it's just flailing at these pitches. As we're experiencing some technical difficulties now. But it's a good time to talk about it because this Mariners order, I mean, if they're not hitting bombs, how are they winning? Better yet, let's say they win this game. How do they expect to go into Dodger Stadium against the National League All-Star team and compete? I mean, unless they're hitting 2, 3, 4 bombs a game with guys on base, I don't even see how it's possible. Anyhow, we are back, and there is another slider and another swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Oh, sorry, it was a replay of the first one. 0-1. Victor Robles here. Crawford at second, 2 down, top 4. Here's the pitch. Slider outside corner, just missed, 1-1. 2-1 Mariners up on the Toronto Blue Jays in the top of the 4th here. ALCS Game 7. Doesn't get any better than this, ladies and gentlemen. This really is as good as it gets. This is quite the treat we're experiencing here. Slider away, misses, and that'll be 2-1. I mean, it's not like the other series where the National League All-Star Dodgers just kicked the shit out of the Milwaukee Brewers, swept them in 4 games. I mean, No, we actually had a real series here, real nail biter, back and forth the entire time, and here's the best game of it all. Weak little pickoff move to second. I don't know why Bieber's so worried about Crawford there. He's got about an 8-inch lead. But, who knows? 2-1 here to Robles. 2 down. All Robles needs to do is get this ball in play, maybe get a chance to score Crawford here and get a 2-run lead. Here's the pitch. Slider at the knees, ball 3. What? And the umpire is throwing his arms up like, what's your problem? It hasn't been a strike all day. Miller Lite doesn't like it. I don't know why they're complaining. That's below the knees. And Bieber is upset, and he shouldn't be upset because that hasn't been a strike the entire day. I mean, get over yourself, man. It hasn't been a strike. Just stop. Slider up in the zone, and you can't yell at the umpire and expect to get that one right after. And he's laughing about it, but he's not doing himself any favors. He can yell and scream at the umpire all he wants, but the guy's been pretty consistent back there. And I'll be the first person to call an umpire out, but that's bullshit, man. Why are you going to show up the ump when you're leaving pitches up in the zone, and then the guy hasn't been calling strikes low in the zone the entire night, and now you want it at a big moment? Is that why you're doing your pickoff plays a second? I mean, give me a break. That's Bush League, man. As we get a look at some weak-ass Mariner fan over there. We're going to step aside as Miller Lite goes out to the mound to talk to Bieber. Let's see if they do a pitching change. We'll be right back. Welcome back, friends. And that's going to do it for Shane Bieber. That'll close the book on him. 7 hits for the M's, 2 runs. He's still got a couple guys out there as Lewis Varlin comes in to clean it up for him. 9 2/3, 7 hits, 3 earned runs, 13 Ks in 9 appearances. And the big boy, Julio Rodriguez at the plate. Here's the first pitch. Slider low and away, swung on and missed 90 miles an hour. That's a nasty, nasty pitch, boy. Man, oh man, that was pretty wicked there. 90-mile-an-hour slider biting away. Nice pitch from Varlin. 0-1. Big moment here for the Mariners and the Jays. Here's the pitch from Varlin. Another same pitch, slider away. 1-1. Rodriguez ready to do some damage. Already with the home run today. He's had himself a nice little series. Definitely one of the highlights for the Mariners. Here comes a 1-1 from Varlin. Same pitch, slider, hit the third. Clement's over, gloves it, throws the first in time, and that'll end the inning. Nice job by Varlin to pick up Bieber. They're out of there, and the Blue Jays are coming up. Nice job by the reliever to pick him up. But Bieber is out of the game, and the Blue Jays are into their bullpen. We'll see how this materializes as we still have more than half of the game to go. We'll be right back with the Blue Jays up in the bottom of the 4th. Welcome back, friends. We are here for the bottom of the 4th as we get a look at Miller Lite talking to whatever. Again, why are they talking to the manager in the middle of the game? No one knows. No one really cares. Hopefully they're not talking about Bieber's outburst for the pitch that wasn't called a strike, that wasn't a strike. As Kirby throws a slider over the outside corner to Daulton Varsho. Again, I don't know why Bieber was so fired up. The guy hasn't been calling it all night. That's pretty Bush, honestly. And I'm not one that's going to be on the side of the umps, but he's been pretty consistent. So, like that pitch right there. Hasn't been calling that all night. It's not a strike. I mean, he's been consistent. That's all you can ask for. 1-1 the count. Missed with the fastball up and in. Kirby on the bump, working quickly. Here comes the pitch to Varsho. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 4-seamer up at the belt, and he just waved at it, and it's 1-2. Kirby been throwing a majority of fastballs, and you gotta love to see it. He's got the lead, and he's not getting himself behind the count. Really like to see it. Here comes the 1-2 to Varsho. He has his pitch. He kicks. Same pitch, high fastball, just missed. 2-2. Again, 98 miles an hour. Kirby's really zooming him in there. Varsho's already back in there, and he is ready to work. Here comes the 2-2 from Kirby. He winds, he kicks. Slider hit foul down the first base side, and we'll do it again. 52 pitches for Kirby. He seems to be in pretty good shape so far. I mean, he has had a few that he's left out over the plate, but all in all, he's been, leaning on the fastball heavily. Been doing a pretty good job so far. Here comes the 2-2. Fastball swung on a miss, strike 3. He got him. 1 down. Good waiting for Kirby to start the 4th. third strikeout of the day, and Varsho is heading back to the dugout. Big fastball up in the zone. Man, he's just challenging these guys coming after him. Well done. I mean, you throw him 98 miles an hour with a lot of movement on it. Why not? Just come after him. It's a good job there by Kirby. That'll bring up Little Ernie Clement. Slider away, ball one. Clement, number 22, had himself a nice little series here. 322 RBIs. Seems like this guy's always on base. Nice little stroke. Real aggressive hitter. Can hit to all parts of the field. He can turn on a fastball. It's a good little player right here, Ernie Clement. Chokes up a little bit. He's got about a 5-ounce bat. Yeah, it's probably 10. Sorry. But fastball away, misses, and it's 2-0. So Kirby behind in the count, just as I give him props for pitching ahead, he gets behind, and it's 2-0 here to Clement. He needs to be careful. Clement got a little stick on him. There it is. Fastball in the outside corner, 97 mile an hour, strike one. 2-1 the count. The Blue Jays fans are on their feet. Ice skates are sharpened. They're ready for hockey season. Better yet, they're ready for the rest of Game 7. Here comes a 2-1. Fastball away, misses, 3-1. And Kirby in jeopardy of putting another man on. I'm not sure he really wants to do that, considering he's only got the 1-run lead, and as has been, chronicled throughout this series, there's only about 2 guys on the Mariners order that hit. Here's the pitch to Clement. He skies it to second base. Rivas looks like he's under it. And there's 2 away. Nice job there from Kirby to get the out. Clement not too happy. Swung at a pitch up and out of the zone and popped it up. And George Kirby having himself a nice little day today. 3 2/3, 3 hits allowed, the 1 earned run. And he's retired the first 2 here in the 4th inning. Well on his way. 59 pitches. Trying to chew up as many innings as he can, not to blow through that bullpen. And he'll face Addison Barger here. First pitch, fastball, inside corner, strike one, 98 miles an hour, 0-1. I don't know why they keep turning around and talking to the umpire. He called it a strike. You don't need to ask. Just get up there and swing the damn bat. You're only there to hit. Here comes the 0-1. Same pitch, just off the inside corner. 1-1 the count. Kirby didn't look too happy about that. It looks like he wanted that one. And it was pretty close. Oh, man, that's right there. Pretty tight not to get it on the corner. Here comes the 1-1. Slider low and in. Swung on a miss. 1-2. Nice pitch from Kirby. And Kirby looks like he's a little pumped up right now. He looks like he's a little frustrated, but see if he can gear it up here for his strikeout pitch to Barger. Kirby already on the slab and ready to do work. Here comes the 1-2. 2-seamer off the inside. Could have been a strike, but Cal Raleigh dropped it. He'll never call a strike 3 on that. Kirby looks up into the crowd like, does this guy know how to catch the ball or what? So 2-2 to Barger. 2 down, bottom 4. 2-1, M's lead over the Blue Jays. Game 7. Here comes the pitch from Kirby. Slider hit into center field. That's going to be a base hit. Robles over to stop the ball and throw it in. Barger's got himself a nice little 2-strike hit there. Good job by Barger. Slider caught a little too much plate, and he just poked it into center field. Barger having himself, he's starting to heat up a little bit now. I guess that's technically a curveball, but nice piece of hit in there from Barger on a line. Nothing Rivas could do, just right back up the middle. Nice 2-strike approach. Man, that's really well done there. Nice job by Barger. That'll put Kirby into the stretch and extend this inning a little as for the number 8 hitter, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit back up the middle, right at Rivas. He's going to stick on second and end the inning. And that'll do it for the 4th inning. Positioned perfectly, and Kirby gets out of it, and we'll be back for the 5th inning.
5th inning, sports fans. ALCS Game 7, Rogers Center. What a game we have here. 2-1, the Mariners lead as we head into the top of the 5th inning. Real nail-biter here. Canadian fans look a little puzzled. We're still hanging in there with them. Here comes the first pitch from Varlin. Changeup on the outside corner. Swung on and missed by Cal Raleigh. Right through the teeth of the Mariners order here. Let's see what Varlin can do. Man, he really needs to pick his team up here. He's ahead in the count to Raleigh, 0-1. He has his pitch, and he Brings it in, and it's swung on and hit deep to right field, and it is not playable. That ball is gone. Home run. Cal Raleigh takes the changeup into right field. He was sitting on it, and he did not miss it. Man, oh man, Cal Raleigh, another home run. Nice trot going. Oh man, it is time for the Triton, and I have to look away. I do not like the Little Mermaid antics, but the big fella with the big fly sitting on the changeup, he gets it, and he does not miss. What a big home run. Again, man, this guy hit 60 bombs in the regular season, and he has not disappointed in the postseason. He's hit big home runs game after game. Man, big time right there for the Seattle Mariners. And Varland, ouch, tough way to start the fifth. And here's Josh Naylor with a big hit to center field, but right at Daulton Varsho, he brings it in. One pitch, one away. That's good for Varland. But man, here's a look right there. Too much plate. He brought it out over the plate. Oh, Raleigh was sitting all over it. And you missed a Cal Raleigh there. It's the same thing like missing to Vlad Guerrero. This is the result. Big fly. See you later. Nice camera work there from Big Brother. Nice catch from the backup catcher. Guy doesn't even play on the team, really. And the Mariners are up, too. Here's Polanco. Slider inside, fouled off his knee. 0-1. I'm puzzled, okay? Why? This guy Varland throws like 100 miles an hour. Okay, I'm not saying that Cal Raleigh can't hit a 100-mile-an-hour fastball, but he's faced 3 guys now. He hasn't even thrown a damn fastball. There it is again. Changeup. It's like, what are you worried about, man? He's got a good defense behind him. I don't know. I just don't get it. Says here, Mariners 83-48 when they hit 1+ home run. Well, we'll see. Still a lot of ball game left. It's only a 2-run game. Here's a pitch. Polanco slapped over to Guerrero. He's got it. He'll take it himself. 2 down. Nice play from the big fella. Like I said, there's a good defense behind him. You can pitch to it. And Varland's out there talking to himself now, and he should be. And the question he should be asking himself is, why am I so dumb? Why do I throw changeups out over the plate to the biggest dude on the other team? The guy that's hit 60 jacks. Why do I do that? Well, we don't have an answer for you, Varland. Jesus. Here's a Rosarina. Slider up in the zone. Checked the swing down to first. Says he went. I'd like to get another look at that, but start off the count. 0-1 here. Rosarina had a single earlier. 1 for 2 on the day. Varland's ready. Here's the pitch. Slider again. Same pitch up in the zone. Rosarina waves at it. 0-2. Man, Rosarina's really struggling up here. He's just pulling his head. He's all over the place. And we have Brian Wu in the bullpen, getting warmed up for the Mariners. Here's the 0-2. Fastball up and in. Fouled it off. 98 up at the hands. Nice job to stay alive there by a Rosarina. And we'll do it again. Varland working quickly. He's on the bump. We get another look at Wu in the bullpen. Another slider out over the plate, and Rosarina just skies it up. Second baseman's under it, waves everyone off, and he pulls it in, and that will end the inning for the Mariners, but not after Cal Raleigh hits another big home run. Great angle there from the umpire view. Full extension for the big catcher, and it is 3-1 Mariners, 2-run lead. We get a look at Seattle. Oh my goodness. These people are going crazy, and they should be. They are merely, what? We're halfway there, folks. We'll be back for the bottom of the 5th. Welcome back, sports fans. On the mound for the Mariners, Brian Wu out of relief. Not sure if it's the first time this year, but I would imagine, or in his career, but it's definitely the first time this year. He did throw 2 innings pitched in Game 5. 15-7 ERA, or win record, .93 whip. Good little pitcher here for the Mariners. Fastball inside corner misses. 2-0 the count. Not sure that's what they wanted to do. Getting behind the number 9 hitter. It's never a good strategy. 2-0. I mean, it's hard to second guess the manager, but I'm just kind of wondering why Kirby came out. 3-0 now. And you got this guy here who's a starter, who's coming out of the pen. And he's already 3-0. I don't understand. I really don't understand. Kirby was kind of sailing there for a little bit. He's going 9-1-2, another time through the order. Let's hope that doesn't come back to bite the manager because, I don't think he'll ever live it down. Yeah. Fastball, strike one, 3-1 the count. Yeah, this guy's a starting pitcher coming out of the pen, which is hard enough as it is. But Kirby was kind of sailing there. He was dealing. I mean, and he was pitching from in front. He was using his defense. It was, I really think that's suspect. And here it is, 4-pitch walk, 5-pitch walk. And he walks the number 9 hitter. What are we doing here, ladies and gentlemen? Like, what are we doing? Oh, man. And just to let you know, we've come up with the nickname. This guy is no longer Brian Woo. His name is Brian Woo. It has to be said that way. Anyway, here comes George Springer. 227, 3 bombs in the postseason. Hit a dinger, Springer. That's a cool sign. Good job, kid. And he is already there and ready to go. Here comes a pitch from Woo. Swung on. Foul down the right field line. 96 at the knees. Springer a little bit late there, but starting to size him up. Get himself ready to go as Woo steps right back on the slab. Man on first, bottom 5, 3-1 Mariners here in Game 7, ALCS, the closeout game. This is it here. Swing and a miss at the fastball in the outside corner. 97 at the knees, and all Springer can do is just wave at it. 0-2. Woo coming back here and gets ahead of Springer. 0-2. He looks over to first as he has his pitch. Looks like he wants to work Springer away. Slider away. He waves out a nice sequence there from Woo. And Springer goes down on 3 straight pitches. Haven't seen Springer look that feeble at the plate, at least since I've been watching. That's a nice little sequence of pitching there from Mr. Woo. So, 1 down. Man on first. And that's going to bring up Nathan Lukes. Maybe Woo has calmed himself down a little bit after walking the number 9 hitter. 324 average for Lukes here in the postseason. First pitch swung on, fouled off. Fastball up in at the wheelhouse, 97 miles an hour. And it doesn't get any easier. Guerrero on deck. 0-1 the count. Man on first. 1 down here. 3-1 Mariners. Bottom 5. Game 7. Here we go. The Canadians are on their feet. Fastball misses up and away. 1-1 the count. And they should be on their feet. Doesn't get much bigger than this, ladies and gentlemen. They only have a handful of at-bats left. Everyone should be standing. Put the ice skates down. Put the food down. Put the poutine down. And just lock into this game. This is a great game here. This is not disappointed. Here's the 1-1. Swung on. Bounced to short. Crawford's got it. Takes him himself. Over to first. In time double play. 6 unassisted. Nice play. J.P. Crawford takes the bouncer. Jumps on second base, hops over the sliding runner Jimenez as he's coming, and throws in first in time. Man, oh man, what a play by J.P. Crawford. And that is how it's done, folks. That is what you do. You have a lead, you throw strikes, you play to your defense, and you get your team in the bullpen, in the dugout. We're coming back for the 6th inning. We are back for the 6th inning as the Canadian fans are starting to get tired out there. And I think they're just tired of losing, but they need to hang in there. We still got a lot of ball game left. New pitcher for the Blue Jays. It is Dominguez on the hill, number 48. Little curveball there, misses up to Suarez. It's 1-0. Sir Anthony Dominguez, sporting the double earring. Not a big fan. Got a nice little beard going though. Slider swung on, hit high and deep to left field. Not so deep. Coming in is Lukes. He gloves it and tosses it in. 1 away. Easy out there for the Blue Jays, and that'll bring up J.P. Crawford. Crawford, we're getting another look at his nifty glove work here. That is so nice. Nice job, J.P. Crawford. Step on second, throws the first. Nice stretch from Naylor. Man, that's a cool picture right there, I tell you. You keep that one forever. Game 7. Way to go, Crawford. Here comes the first pitch from Dominguez. Fastball away, slapped to second base, knocked down by Falefa as he throws the first in time. Tough luck for Crawford. He put a good bat on it and just right at someone. And that's another nice bit of contact there for Crawford. Maybe he can, build on that as he hit the double in his last at bat. Man, just hit it right at Falefa. Nothing much you can do there. Just tough luck. But good, loud contact nonetheless. Falefa kind of dodges a bullet as he goes to the backhand, knocks it down, throws over to the big fella, and there's 2 down for the number 9 hitter, Rivas. Fastball at the knees, strike 1. I don't know, Blue. You haven't been calling that all day, and now you're calling it. Just calm down back there. Still a lot of ball game left. Just keep it consistent here, bud. 0-1 at the knees. 98-mile-an-hour fastball. Everyone throws 98. Here's the pitch. Slider inside. Ball 1, 1-1. Telecast is saying that's a sweeper. I don't even know what a sweeper is. I mean, when did we start making stuff up? It's just a damn curveball. 1-1 the count. 2 down here, top 6. 3-1 M's. Here's a pitch from Dominguez. High fastball up in the zone. Ball 1. They check down to the Mafia boss down at third, and he waves it off. Have you ever noticed that the umps are either like in witness protection or like some kind of mob affiliate? They all look the same. It's really weird. Anyway, here's a 2-1 pitch from Dominguez. Fastball in on the hands, popped him up just off the left field side. Clement's over, he grabs it. Nice inning for Dominguez. And that's what you do. You just throw strikes in there, play to your D. Well done, Dominguez gets in. Quick inning, made short work of the bottom of the Mariners lineup. And we'll be back for the bottom of the 6th. Welcome back, friends. Bottom 6 here. Got some nice little notes here, some stats on the big fellas, Vlad Guerrero and Cal Raleigh. 5 home runs for Raleigh, 6 for the big man, Vlad. What a series, and speak of the devil, here he is to lead it off. Bottom of the 6th inning, the big fella squaring off against, first pitch, fastball low in the zone, below the knees, ball 1, 1-0. Vlad Guerrero, 463, 6 bombs, 12 ribs in the postseason. Man, this guy's delivered. What a baseball player this guy is. Here comes the 1-0 from Wu. He kicks. Fastball up. Strike on the outside corner. 97 on the black. Vlad's a big man. So up in the zone. Strike to him right there. 1-1. Wu evens the count. He looks into Raleigh. He's got his pitch. And here it comes. Swung on and missed. Low and in. Nice pitch from Wu. Fastball below the knees. Sinking down and in. Man, that's a tough pitch to hit. A lot of action on that ball right there, boys. Man, that's a nice pitch. Wu looking stoic on the mound. Traditional starter out of the pen again. Seattle really needs a big effort from him right here. Bottom 6, we're getting late here. Slider away, 2-2. Nice pitch from Wu. Can't get hurt out there. Maybe he can chase him. Good idea. 2-2. Kind of hard to get this guy to chase. This guy is quite the hitter. Vlad Guerrero, 2-strike approach. Let's see what he does here. 2-2 pitch on the way. Swung on, foul down the left field line, third base line. Fastball in on the hands. All Guerrero could do was just hit it foul. Has to stay alive there, too close to take. And it'll be 2-2 still. As we get a replay of that. Boring in on his hands. Excuse me. Wu's ready. And here's the pitch. Swung on, same location, down and in. Man, that's a real good location there from Wu. He just keeps hammering that inside part of the plate at 97. That's tough to get around on. Good job by Guerrero to stay alive. And you would expect nothing less from, one of the best players in the game. Definitely best hitter on the Toronto team. So we're still 2-2. And Wu's ready. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, up in the zone, and that's what you do. He just missed that one. High fastball up in the zone. Guerrero able to foul it off to the right. You keep working this count, and eventually the guy makes a mistake. This is a great at-bat here at a very high leverage situation. And this is why this guy is one of the best here. This is really, really good. High-level stuff here. 2-2 on the way. Swung on, fouled off again. Fastball boring in on his hands. Guerrero knocks it aside. Man, can't say it enough. It's the bat control on some of these big fellas, incredible. I mean, this guy's incredible. That's 8 pitches now, and Wu's doing a hell of a job. He just keep boring in on the hands. He's not making any mistakes. He did leave one up that got fouled off, but here comes the pitch. 2-2. Slider away, and he struck him out swinging. Guerrero just flails at it. Nice pitch from Wu. He gets the huge out there. Big, big out for Wu. Well done. Nice battle from Guerrero. Got to love it. Man, this is... I can't state it enough how good this is. This at bat is just so good. To Canadian fans, can't believe it. They're so used to just getting their ass kicked, and they're just so close. They can taste it. Wu looks in. Real gamer here on the mound, coming out of the pen. Here's the pitch to our man Kirk. Fastball. Oh my God, what happened? That was right over the heart of the plate. How is that not a strike? Wow. Wu shakes it off. He doesn't look phased at all, but that was a major league squeeze job right there. The umpire, he just missed it. Here comes the 1-0. Swung on, fouled off to the right. Late, another fastball boring in on the hands. Man, oh man, that was really, really bad by the home plate ump. I've had his back all day. I know they were chirping earlier, but like that was a legitimate strike that he missed. Wu seems a little pissed. It's kind of the look you have when you get pulled over and you're getting a speeding ticket. It's like, geez, I can't believe this is happening to me. Anyhow, 1-1 as we look into the Mariner dugout. Highway patrol mustaches all around. Wu does his best to calm himself, takes a deep breath, and he's ready to do business here. Slider away, 2-1. Forgot to mention that our man is at the plate. How could I ever forget that Alejandro Kirk is at the plate? 0 for 2 on the day. Struggled just a little bit. But this guy's always live. He's got a big bat. Big fella's got the big bat. And he is ready for the big moment here. 2-1 on the way. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit up the middle. Is that going to get down? It drops in front of Rodriguez. Nice piece of hitting there from Kirk as he trots down to first. The big fella's on. Well done, Alejandro Kirk. He got jammed just a little bit, but he managed to muscle it out there. Plenty of meat on those bones to get that ball out into center field. And Kirk is aboard. And the Toronto Blue Jays trying to mount a little rally. Just got fisted a little bit, but man, nice. Just muscled it out there to center field. Nice pitch from Wu. Just got a little unlucky. I got to tell you, this guy Wu is pretty nasty, man. He's attacks with the fastball, and that thing's got a lot of action on it, boring in on the hands of a right-handed hitter. But here comes the lefty. It's Daulton Varsho, Lenny Dykstra's long-lost cousin, as they have a meeting on the mound. I don't know why the pitching coach is out there, to tell you the truth. The guy's doing fine. I mean, he's sitting on the fastball. He's throwing it. He's locating it well. I mean, he left one up to Guerrero. Aside from that, he's made some really good pitches. They got no speed at first base. You got a left-handed hitter. I mean, the guy's a professional. There's no need to go out there and stunt his rhythm. Just let him play. Anyhow, the meeting on the mound is done. Bullpen getting heated up a little bit. The lefty Spires out there. Looks like he's also a Hell's Angel with the tattoos on the arms and the raggedy mustache. And we're ready to work here. Here comes the first pitch from Wu. Fastball low and in. Varsho has to jump out of the way, down at his ankles. 1-0 count. Wu already up on the slab, working quickly. Daulton Varsho RBI single in the first inning. Not much of a lead there from Kirk, and here's the pitch. Fastball swung on and hit to right field, but right at Robles. He's got it. He throws it in, and 2 down. Man, nice contact from Varsho. Just hit it right at him. Seen a lot of loud contact today, but defense is positioned well. Hit right at Robles. Here's another look at it. Varsho put the barrel on it. He just hit it right. Man, full extension. He might have caught it out at the end of the bat, but nice hack there from Varsho. I'm telling you, Lenny Dykstra's calling. He wants to know. He wants a DNA test. I think they're related. 2 down. And little Ernie Clement at the plate. Here's the pitch. Fastball low and away. Ball 1, 98 miles an hour. Man, Wu's got some nasty, nasty stuff. Little Ernie Clement, 425. 1 bomb, 7 ribs. OPS over 1,000. Nice short stroke. Nice little player here. Barely taller than the umpire out there, but don't let him fool you. The guy can swing a bat. Here's the pitch. Swung on and hit to short. That's picked up, tossed over to second, and that's going to end the inning. And Wu gets out of the jam, and he walks off like, yeah, what, you thought I wasn't going to get touched up? Get out of here. He looks mighty confident out there, and we are going to the 7th inning, ladies and gentlemen, and we are merely 3 innings away from crowning an AL champion and getting ready for Game 1 of the World Series. We'll be back. Well, we've made it to the 7th inning, sports fans. ALCS Game 7, and what a treat it's been. This has been one hell of a ball game. I hope you've stayed with us and paid attention, because this is instant classic, if you will. Winner going to face the National League All-Star team, the Dodgers.
And here we are. We're starting off here. Kevin Gossman out of the mound. Guy's been around the block. He's 1-1 with a 2.12 ERA and 17 innings pitched in the postseason. First relief appearance since the 2021 NLDS Game 5. And he's facing off against Victor Robles. 1-0 pitch. Slider over the middle, fouled off. Robles off balance, and it's 1-1. Gossman got the full beard, the long locks out the back of the hat. Good look here. Got to have that playoff beard. It's mandatory. If you don't, well, you just don't produce. Ask Dominic Canzone. 1-1 the count. Gossman's ready. Slider away. Nice pitch. 2-1. Gossman's got kind of a little weird, almost like he's got epilepsy or something when he rocks back and forth. I mean, I got to imagine that's a balk when he's on the mound. I mean, I guess unless he's come set. But look at that. That's kind of weird. Fastball, strike two, inside corner, 2-2. Nice pitch from Gossman, pitching inside. You young fellas out there, never forget the inside part of the plate. Just look at what Woo did last inning against Vlad Guerrero, boring in on the hands, and it opens up the outside pitch. Swung on, hit a ton to left, slider, well foul. Hung a pitch, but way inside, and Robles well out in front of it. We're going to do it again, 2-2. So Gossman he just looks uncomfortable. It's like he's got bed bugs or something. Something's going on. He's just really just bouncing around out there. Well, I guess he's jacked up. Huge moment. Here's a changeup fouled back by Robles, and we'll do it again. I mean, who wouldn't be jacked up for a game like this? It's Game 7. This is the biggest moment. Like I said earlier, this will probably be the biggest game for a lot of these guys. Some of these guys will never make it back to something like this. So you can't really understate how big a moment this is. Change up in the dirt. No, he did not go. And it'll be a full count. Nice at bat from Robles, the number 9 hitter, to work it full. Make Gossman throw some pitches. Loosen him up a little bit for the top of the order with Rodriguez on deck. Canadian fans are sleeping again. Got to imagine if it was a hockey game, these people would be wide awake. Got some idiot with a thing on his head. Here we go. Full count. Low. Ball 4. Gossman wanted it, but it hasn't been a strike all day. Ball 4. Nice at bat from Robles as he trots down to first. Gossman's been here before. He knows he's going to walk some guys. Guy's been around the block. He's fine. But he is not, he cannot be happy the fact that Julio Rodriguez is stepping into the plate. One of the lone bright spots for the Mariners lineup, aside from Cal Raleigh. I mean, Suarez had a big home run in Game 5. Aside from that, it's been pretty anemic. First pitch fastball right down the middle, strike 1, 0-1 the count. Get ahead, stay ahead. Kevin Gossman working quickly here. And it's not going to be easy because look who's on deck. It's big Cal Raleigh. Mariners looking to put this game away here in the 7th. Here's the pitch. Swung on and hit the short. That's a double play ball. Over to second for 1. Back to first in time 2. Rodriguez wasn't really running too hard. Oh, man, he gets jammed. Nice pitch in there from Gossman. Gets the ground ball to Jimenez. Nice tailor-made. Throws it over to Fleffa. Back to first. Here we go. It's a nice look at it. Jam shot. Easy play for... Did he fall or something? Oh, I don't know what happened to Rodriguez. It didn't look like he was really gunning it down the line. An easy double play, 6-4-3 to get to end the threat there and clear the bases, which is exactly what you want when you have big Cal Raleigh coming up and they're just going to intentionally walk Cal Raleigh, send him down to first. He gets over there to Guerrero and he goes, yeah, why isn't your team walking me? You guys think you can get me out? They're having a good laugh over here. I beat your ass in the home run derby or whatever. But you better be careful because look who's stepping up to the plate. My man, Josh Naylor. 1 for 3 on the day. First pitch fastball inside, ball 1, 1-0. I understand pitching around Cal Raleigh. I totally get it. But do not sleep on the big fella Naylor, the journeyman, smacking his gum. This guy is ready to do some work. Got the sequin shoes. And here's the pitch. 2-0. Ball. Low. Fastball below the knees. And we are moving quickly. Gossman already going. Pitch clock in effect. Naylor stands in. Gossman has his pitch. He's at the belt. And here it comes. Change up in the dirt. 3-0. Looks like Gossman's just going to pitch away from Naylor. I don't know if you want to walk a guy into scoring position. I mean, you got Polanco on deck, the cleanup hitter. I don't know if that's a great strategy. Let's see what happens here on the 3-0. Gossman kicks, fastball away, ball 4, 4-pitch walk, and Naylor's on base again. And Naylor, we've been saying that a lot throughout the series. Josh Naylor just continues to deliver. The guy's hitting home runs. He's knocking the ball around the park, and he's on base. And Sam Crow comes out of the Toronto dugout to talk to Gossman before Polanco comes up, spray some spray paint on his gloves there, or sticky tacky or whatever the hell that is. And Polanco walks on up to the batter's box as we take a little break here. Meeting on the mound. I'd like to say it's a meeting of the minds, but I don't know. I guess it makes sense to have a meeting there. He just walked another guy into scoring position, and he's going to have to be careful with Polanco. So, as they showed some stupid highlights that we don't need to see, when we're still 2 down here, top of the 7, Game 7, 3-1, Seattle up on Toronto. Big moment here for the Mariners. You got to think if Polanco can get a hit here, scoring at least 1, with 2 down, they'll be running on contact. And a 3-run lead, man, that's a large lead as you get into the late innings. Only 9 outs left for the Toronto offense. Here's the first pitch. Change up low, ball 1, 1-0. Kind of wonder why he's not attacking with the fastball here. He's been able to locate the fastball. It's the off-speed stuff that's kind of been all over the place, but they got the oven mitts around on base. Kosman looks back to second. Here's the pitch. Another changeup. That's a strike. Close pitch, 1-1. We can live with that. Let's see. We get a replay of it. Yeah, I mean, it's bottom of the zone. It's kind of dropping out. Polanco didn't like it, but that's a close pitch. 1-1. 2 down. Top 7. Here's the pitch. Changeup. Man, almost the same location. I guess that's a splitter, but it might as well be a changeup. Same thing. Off speed. 2-1. Everything's been bottom of the zone. I mean, that's where that pitch is supposed to be. As we get a look over at Miller Lite, he looks like he's drunk at this point. 2-1 count. 2 down here to Polanco. Here it comes. Swung on and missed. Another splitter there. Another changeup. That's 4 straight now from Gossman to Polanco. And maybe that's what the meeting on the mound was, to talk to him. How do we want to attack this guy? Just keep hammering him with the off-speed stuff. Low in the zone. And big pitch here. The Canadians are on their feet. At least they're recognizing the gravity of the moment. 2-2. 2 down here. Top of the 7th. Blue Jays got to have this out right here. Let's see if Gossman can get it done. He looks back to second. And the pitch. Another changeup. Grounded to second base. Nice job. Throws to first. Ends the inning. Well done, Kevin Gossman. Way to get out of it. And we will be coming back shortly for the bottom of the 7th inning. We'll be right back. Welcome back, friends. Bottom of the 7th inning here. Nice look at the Rogers Center. Beautiful, beautiful arena in Toronto. And I hope these Canadian fans are really enjoying themselves, because this has been quite the treat. Brian Woo still on the mound for the Mariners. And Addison Barger up at the plate. First pitch fastball inside, off the inside, 1-0. As we mentioned before, Woo the starter in out of the pen. So pitched 2 strong innings so far. It has been unscathed. Let's see how long they stick with him here. 1-0 to Barger. 1 for 2 on the day. First pitch, fastball inside, swung on, fouled off the left side. Getting lubed up is Bizzardo again. We've seen him a lot in this series. And man, that guy's got to have at least 8 or 9 or 10 appearances already. Feels like he's in every game. 1-1 to Barger. Woo has his pitch, and here it comes. Fastball up in the zone, 2-1. Easy take from Barger, well out of the zone. On deck, Kiner Falefa. And you know who's waiting on after him is the big George Springer. 2-1. Woo takes a deep sigh, and he's ready to work. Here comes the pitch. Fastball low in the zone, 3-1. And again, the second inning in a row now where he's got behind in the hitter. Got to stay ahead. This is the bottom of the order here. And I mean, Barger's got pop. You got to come after these guys. You cannot walk. 7, 8, 9, you have to come after him. There's inexcusable. 3-1 pitch. Inside, ball 4, not okay. He walks the leadoff man. And Seattle, maybe Cal Raleigh can go out and talk to him. I know he doesn't like it. This guy's a great pitcher, but you have to make that guy beat you, okay? I'm sorry, but you can't walk the leadoff guy. Oh, man, that's just not a good way to start the inning. This is, again, I'm going to say it again. There's a chance that Wu never comes back to this game. This could be his only time. And he squares the bunt and takes a strike over the middle, 0-1. Falefa squared the bunt there. Naylor crashing in. You got to figure Suarez is crashing. Rivas will come over to cover first, and Crawford will get there to second. I mean, the bunt makes sense here. You got your number 8 hitter. You want to get a guy over in the scoring position. Let's see if they go with it again. Here comes the 0-1. No, he's not. Swung on, fouled off, 0-2. Nice pitch from Wu there. Sinker, fastball, low and in, boring in on the hands, down in on the ankles of the right-handed hitter. Nothing you can do with that. And right now, Wu needs to put this guy away here. Again, bottom of the order, the number 8 hitter. He's got to get him here. 0-2. Cannot make a mistake. Here's the pitch. Swung on, slider, hit up the middle, base hit. Bad pitch by Wu. That's going to get the runner over to second. And he 0-2 pitch. He left it right out over the plate. Great piece of hitting there from Kiner Falefa. Just slaps it right back up the middle. And we're getting a look at Jose Batista. We don't need to see him, okay? The guy doesn't play anymore. We don't want to see him, okay? Just, no. Base hit up the middle. Nice replay there by Big Brother. Here's another good look. Just slaps it right back up the middle. That's just great 2-strike hitting there, and that's why this guy's in the big leagues. And he should be pumped up because they got 2 on with no outs, and it's the number 9 here. You got to figure the bunt's coming. Highway patrol on out of the Mariners dugout to talk to the pitcher, as John Olerud talks to Falefa at first and tells him, "Well done." We got a meeting on the mound. J.P. Crawford comes in, so they're all huddled up and talking over some strategy. It's going to be Andres Jimenez at the plate. It has to be bunt here. It has to be bunt. No outs, runner on first and second. You can have 1 down with 2 men on with a legitimate chance to tie it with George freaking Springer at the plate. Yes, this must be a bunt. If Miller Lite doesn't bunt here, then he needs to be, he needs to be put on trial. The Canadian fans need to put him on trial. Let's see what happens. Wu, okay. We need to go back to that too. That 0-2 pitch from Wu was unacceptable. Okay, the number 8 hitter, why are you hanging a slider to the number 8 hitter? I mean, just high fastball or waste a pitch or something. It says here, Blue Jays had the most comeback wins. Or we're ready to rock and roll. Here comes the first pitch from Wu. He squares the bunt. Inside, did it hit him? What was that? Nope, it didn't hit him. He just jumped out of the way. Fastball well inside, missed. Jimenez jumped out of the way. Shoot, he should have just took that one. It would have been bases jacked. 1-0 the count. Wu does not look happy, and he shouldn't be. Made a couple of mistakes so far. Walked the leadoff man, hung an 0-2 pitch to Falefa. Here's the 1-0. He squares the bunt, and he gets it down. Well done. Nice bunt. Only plays the first. And Jimenez gets the job done, and that's a professional at bat, folks. Just get the bunt down. That's all they ask you to do. And now you have the winning or the tying runs in scoring position with 1 down, and look who it is. It is George Springer. I'm swinging out of my shoes, and that's what I do, and I do it best. And here comes the Mariners manager to, I don't know, what are they going to do? What are we doing here? They had a lefty warming up in the bullpen. Is he going to the lefty? Bottom 7 here. 1 down. Runners on second and third. Game 7. ALCS. Looks like Wu's coming out. Yep, he takes the ball from him. The call to the pen. Wu walks off. He can't be happy. And he shouldn't be happy. And the Mariners fans shouldn't be happy. Because you can't walk the leadoff man. Nope, it's Bizzardo out of the hill. Okay, Bizzardo's coming out. I was going to say, I saw Sam Crow out there, the lefty, getting ready. And I'm like, why would you bring a lefty in to face George Springer? Anyhow, as we wait for Bizzardo to come in and get lubed up, we'll be right back in just a second. Hang tight now. We are back as George Springer prepares to do battle against 83 Bizzardo at the biggest moment of this game. This is hands down the biggest moment of the series. Game 7, 3-1 Mariners lead. Bizzardo 11 innings pitched. Like I said, this guy's been in almost every game. 9 hits, 4 earned runs. Wu looks dejected in the dugout. And here comes George Springer. Prepare yourselves for 110% intensity here. Here's a pitch from Bizzardo. Fastball inside, misses. Nice take from Springer. Nothing he can do with that pitch. 96 miles an hour in on the hands. Tough pitch. 1-0 the count. Like I said, runner on second and third. Tying run at second base. 1 down. Springer needs to get this run home. Here comes the 1-0 from Bizzardo. Swung on and hit deep to left field. Springer's pipping it. It's way out of here. And the Blue Jays take the lead by a 3-1 bomb. George Springer, dear God, what a moment. What a moment. That is Joe Carter-esque. What a big, big moment. George Springer, the Canadians are going ballistic, and they should be. That is absolutely incredible, ladies and gentlemen. What a moment. George freaking Springer. My goodness, what a moment. Man, they bring in Bizzardo, second pitch, and that ball is just planted into the left field seats. Dear God, sport coat is out. Everyone is pumped. I'm so pumped right now. What a moment for George Springer. I cannot believe what I just witnessed there. That is some Joe Carter stuff right there. Man, oh man. Down 3-1, bottom 7, game 7, and he just plants one into the left field seats. Dear God, what a hit. George Springer, man, take a bow, my man. What a job by George Springer. Can we get a replay, please? Oh my goodness gracious. Do these fans know? They must know. I have the sound down. I'm just watching the game. Wow, they got to be calling that guy's name. What a moment. George Springer. Oh, man, please take that sport coat off. Springer needs a breath here. I need a breath. That was absolutely incredible. Bizzardo, you got to feel for him. You got to, man, he just looks, like I said, looks like someone just shot his dog and just walked off. People are crying. Get her out of here. I don't know if that's his wife. We don't need that. Hit a dinger, Springer. That's right. He just did it. Oh, my goodness. Springer had the run with the Astros back in the day, and we do love some George Springer here on the broadcast. Here's a look at it. Big swing, and he knew it was gone. He just walked it. Oh, my God. What a wow. Jumping jacks. Jesus Christ. That is such a big hit. Man, that'll go down. That needs to be in the Hall of Fame now. There's still game here as Luke's fouls one off the left. Holy crap. What a moment. George Springer and the Mariners coach, we'll get back to that in a minute. Brian Wu, yeah, we'll come back to that too. But, man, okay. Wow. 1-1, fastball up in the zone. The Mariners, I mean, someone stole their lunch and just said, what? And, man, Bizzardo's still on the hill. He still needs to get out of here. There's only one out here. 4-3 game. Fastball outside, fouled away. A lot of game left here. A lot of game. Well, not a lot, but there is some game left. It's not like the Mariners are out of this. Although the momentum is completely sucked out of them. The life has been taken out of them. Poor Bizzardo is still on the hill. I mean, this is a tough one to get out. Here's a slider. He hangs it, base hit, and Bizzardo might need to come out of the game. That's just not going to get it done. They don't want this game to get away from them now. Here's the Big Brother view. Swung on in just a high drive to left center field, and Springer knew it. I mean, oh, wow. I mean, wow. Just wow. That's every kid's dream right there. Playing a wiffle ball in the backyard. I mean, that is so cool. That is the coolest thing. Wow. 3-run bomb to take the lead in the bottom of the 7th. Dear God, man. And it doesn't get any easier. Vlad Guerrero slams one into left. Oh, man. Luckily, a Rosarina's there, or it would have took his head off. And that's 2 down. Bizzardo dodges a bullet there. That ball was hit right at... If Guerrero still got the bat in his hand, the thing got on him so quick. 2 down. But, oh, man, poor Bizzardo. Look at this. Just laser beam to left. Jesus. A Rosarina had to jump. The thing was still going up. 2 down. Man on first. Alejandro Kirk at the plate. Slider away. Swung on miss. Nice pitch from Bizzardo. Seems to have calmed himself down a little bit. That's a tough moment there for Bizzardo. I mean, hate to give up a home run. Hate to give up an iconic home run because he'll be remembered forever now as the guy that gave that home run up. And that's a tough one to wear for the rest of your career. Fastball outside corner, strike 2. 0-2 as he gets ahead of Kirk. Bizzardo, you got to think he just needs to get the hell out of there now, man. Get him out of there. Poor guy. Springer up at the top of the dugout, clapping it up. Man, that guy, imagine how he's feeling right now. Top of the world. 0-2 pitch. Fastball away, 1-2. Still got a man on first, 2 down, bottom 7. Mariners and Bizzardo really need to stop this here. Miller Lite is so drunk at this point. The guy doesn't even look like he knows that Springer hit a home run. Here's the 1-2 from Bizzardo. Oh, pause. Kirk steps back in, and now we're ready to work. Bizzardo has his pitch. Slider away, 2-2. Nice idea there from Bizzardo. That's the pitch. That's where he needs to miss with that pitch. I mean, he can't be leaving it out over the plate. We've seen a lot of slider out over the plate this inning. Just ask Brian Wu, and that's the Mariners coach. Here comes the 2-2. Fastball outside corner, rung him up. Backwards K, and that'll end the inning. But man, the damage has been done. What a gargantuan change of events. What a home run for George Springer. I mean, the guy can barely get around the bases. That was such a big home run. Oh, man. Imagine what it would be like to be inside the Rogers Center for that. What a moment. The sport coat. The crowd loves it. We love it. Everyone loves it. What a game. What a treat we've had for this ALCS. We'll be back for the 8th inning. And we are back for the 8th inning as we get another look of George Springer fully pumped to the gills. Jimenez jumping around. Jesus, what a moment for the Blue Jays. What a moment. First pitch swung on, hit to short. Easy play for Jimenez, and he throws out a Rosarina. And that's been a pretty common occurrence as a runner of Rosarina. It's well south of 200. Chris Bassett on the mound here for Toronto. 11-9 record, 3.96 ERA in the regular season. 1 2/3 pitched in game 2. His starting pitcher here, Bassett, coming out of the bullpen. All hands on deck for game 7. Closeout game. Huge momentum swing. 5 outs left for the Mariners. Suarez at the plate. Here comes a pitch from Bassett. Fastball in the outside corner. Nice little two-seamer there. Bends it over the outside. Strike 1. 0-1 the count. Suarez come to life a little bit. Been hitting a little bit. Had a single today. Big home run in game 5. Here's the 0-1. High slider, up and in, ball 1. Bassett looked like he wanted it, but it's not a strike, so just calm down now. Bassett not sporting a mustache, and that is never a good thing, especially in October. Got Fluharty in the bullpen getting ready, along with some other guy. 1-1 the count. 1 down here, top 8. Mariners trail now by 1. Fastball outside corner, just missed outside. Bassett wanted that one too. Bassett wants every pitch. That guy needs to really just stand down, okay? The ump's been calling a decent game. Just get out of his head. 2-1, 1 down. Mariners, it's basically life support at this time. The 6-hitter, bottom of the order coming up. Got to have something here from Suarez. Here's a 2-1. Fastball, strike 2. Nice two-seamer on the outside corner. Suarez just checks his swing. As we get a look at Julio Rodriguez in the dugout. Guy looks like he's ready to rip, man. Hell of a player there. Maybe he'll get an at-bat. Let's see. Here comes a 2-2 from Bassett. Suarez ready. High fastball. 91 miles an hour, just boring in, up, well out of the zone. It's going to be a full count. We got Crawford on deck. He's having himself a decent little game. Started to hit the ball left field, and what do you know? The guy started to get some hits. But Suarez is the man of the hour. Here comes a 3-2. Fastball swung on foul down the third base side, and we'll do it again. And Suarez steps out to collect himself. Bassett rubs up a new baseball. And like I said, the Mariners down to their last 5 outs. And I imagine they just cannot believe it here. They started last inning with a 2-run lead, and now they're down 1. And it's getting late early for this team. Man, oh man. Let's see if Eugenio Suarez can get on base for his team here. Here comes a 3-2 from Bassett. He kicks. High curveball, rung him up. Strike 3. Inside corner, close pitch. Suarez fights it. He doesn't like it. The umpire tells him, get out of here, man. And, I mean, close pitch, but you can't let that one go. You can't leave that up to the umpire. High curveball, bends over the inside. Maybe it's a ball, maybe it's a strike, but maybe you have to swing. How about that, Suarez? You can't let that one go. Not in that moment. I know you need base runners, man, but you got to at least fight that one off. Do not leave it up to the blue, okay? First pitch curveball from Bassett to Crawford. Ball 1, 1-0. 2 down here in the 8th. And the countdown has begun, folks. It's 4 outs now for the Mariners. Here's the pitch from Bassett. Fastball swung on, hit to shortstop. Jimenez has it, throws to first in time, and that'll end the inning. 1-2-3 for Bassett. He's jacked. He should be, because the Toronto Blue Jays are now 1 inning away from going to the World Series to play the National League All-Star team. We'll be right back. And we are back, sports fans, for the bottom of the eighth as they put up some dreary stats here for the Mariners. 95 lost to the Indians in Game 6. 2000 lost to the Yankees. 2001 lost to the Yankees. And kind of looks like they're about to lose now. So teams with 0 championship appearances. Seattle Mariners, 1. The only team that has never been to the World Series, and that is the worst stat ever. As Munoz, the new pitcher, throws a slider and Varsho slaps it into right field for a base hit. Munoz sporting the beard. Got to have the beard in October. Toronto fans love it. I mean, they look a little, it's okay. We'll bear with the Toronto fans. They've been good today. They've been good. Bottom of the eighth here, Andres Munoz on for the Mariners. 2 saves in the postseason, 6 appearances. He had 38 saves, 3rd in the major leagues during the regular season. That'll bring up little Ernie Clement. Clement squares the bunt and fouls it off. And man, I'm kind of surprised Clement couldn't get that down, man. I mean, this guy's a pretty sound player. It's kind of weird to see him foul that off. I mean, it is a 99 mile an hour, seed coming in at him from Munoz. But anyway, 0-1 count. Let's see if he scores a bunt again. Varsho, decent lead there at first. Here's the pitch. Slider away. Did he go? No, he did not go. 1-1 the count. Nice idea there from Munoz to try and get him to chase and foul another one off. Little Ernie Clement, no mustache at the plate. Suarez in at third. Naylor kind of playing even with the bag. Up the middle defense. Clement squares to bunt again. Here comes the pitch. Pulls it back. Fastball 99 on the black. What a pitch. Nice pitch from Munoz there. 1-2 the count. Guessing the bunt's going to be off here on the 1-2 count. On deck, Addison Garber, or Barger, whatever the hell his name is. 1 for 2 on the day. We get a look over at Vlad Guerrero. Man, guy can't wait to celebrate. Fastball swung on, hit to the right side. Base hit for Clement into right field. Robles goes. Oh, man, Robles double clutched it. And Varsho gets to third. Nice base running to get the extra base. Better than a bunt. Well done, Ernie Clement. Man, that guy can hit. Look at that. That is what you do with 2 strikes, ladies and gentlemen. Fastball away, 99. Just poke it into right field. Look at this right here. Fastball, bam. Oh, man. This guy, Clement, can play. Varsho held up a little bit at second, and he gets in there. I don't know what happened to Robles on the double clutch. It's like he came up. Varsho, terrible base running there. Absolutely terrible base running. I don't know why is he not picking up his coach, unless that was some kind of head fake or something. But it looked like he was looking back at the right fielder. Robles took his eye off it, bobbled it, and Varsho got to third. Maybe there's something cool I don't know about. But anyway, runners on the corners, no outs. Slider in the dirt. Ball 1. And Toronto looking to add to this lead and put this game away. And not even give Seattle a chance in the 9th. Munoz got to have it here, man. Runners on the corners, no outs. Got to have it. Here's the pitch. Fastball, 99, outside corner, strike 1, 1-1 the count. I mean, this guy's the closer. It's not like he hasn't had tough moments before. His closers are just cut from a different cloth, man. I tell you, they're all psychos. Got to be to play pitch in these high leverage situations. Here's the 1-1. High fastball misses, 2-1. I mean, the double play would be great, but you're going to sacrifice a run there. I mean, I think plays at the plate right here. 1 run is a lot when you only got 3 outs. Hoffman getting lubed up in the Jays pen. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Swung on, seed to first, hit the Naylor, catches it, steps on first, and that's just as good as it gets right there. Double play for the Mariners. Tough luck for Barger. Hit it on the button, just right at Naylor. Seen a lot of that today. Loud contact. Look at this. Bam! Right at Josh Naylor. Clement, unlucky. I mean, nothing you can do there. That's just right place, right time, double play. And that is just what Munoz and the Mariners ordered. Wow. That was quite the turn of events there. Still a man on third, 2 down. Falefa in. Takes a slider over the outside corner for strike 1, 0-1. Munoz snapping off a nice slider here to go with that 100-mile-an-hour fastball. Not bad. Falefa had that big hit in the 7th. Here you go. Fastball swung on, fouled off. Late, 99. Of course he's late. Took 100 miles an hour up at his neck. How the hell isn't he late? 0-2 the count. Let's see if Munoz doesn't make the same mistakes that Wu made in the 7th, hanging a slider out over the plate. Especially to the wispy number 8 hitter. You got to think he puts him away here. At the bare minimum, this has got to be a pitch that isn't hittable. Here comes the 0-2 for Munoz. He kicks. Fastball outside corner off the black. Ball 1-2. Nice pitch from Munoz. And he's right back up on the slab, and he's ready to do work. Yep. I can see how this guy had 38 saves. He's got some pretty good stuff here. And he is working quickly, ready to go. Here it comes, the 1-2. Slider swung on, slap foul. Too much plate there. But a little bit inside. The only thing he can do is just hit it foul. So still 1-2. And Munoz is already back, ready. He looks into Raleigh for his sign. He's got it. Varsho away from third. Here comes a 1-2. Fastball hit up the middle, but right to Rivas. He throws the first to end the inning, and that'll do it. But we are coming back for the top of the ninth, and the last hope for the Mariners. Can the Blue Jays finish off the improbable comeback? We will find out. We'll be right back. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. Top of the ninth inning. Seattle down to their final 3 outs for a decision on who's going to play the National League All-Star team in the World Series. Jeff Hoffman in to close it out. 33 saves in the regular season, 4th in the major leagues. Jays with the 3 spot in the bottom of the 7th on the Springer home run. They lead by 1, and we are ready to get after it. Here comes the first pitch from Hoffman. He squares the bunt and fouls it off. Fastball up, bunted foul down the left field line, and foul. 0-1. It's Leo Rivas. We have Miles Jack Straw into left field. Luke slides over to right field. I don't think they want Jack Straw hitting in this game, but he's out there for a little glove work. Kind of surprised the Mariners aren't going with the pinch hitter here for number 9 hitter, but anyway, 0-1 pitch, changeup, low, ball 1-1. Good pitch from Hoffman, low in the zone. That's where you want to miss with that one. And Rivas evens up the count at 1-1. Hoffman's ready. He's also working quickly. And here comes the pitch. Fastball inside corner, strike 2. Nice pitch in on the hands, right on the black. Rivas hasn't done anything today, 0 for 3. Aside from the big hit against the Tigers in the last series, he hasn't really done much at all at the plate. And I don't know. I'm still kind of scratching my head. I think, actually, he's only the number 8 hitter. I would have thought that maybe you go to the deck. I mean, you got to have someone on bench there that can swing a bat. Anyway, 2 strikes here. 1-2. Changeup. Nice pitch. Miss. 2-2. Low in the zone. Good place to miss. At the very least, Rivas can work a count a little bit. Nice little take right there. And he's got Hoffman 2-2. The Canadian fans have major heartburn trying to sift through this one. It's going to be a long 3 outs for them. 2-2 slider in the dirt. Bounces. Not even close. And it's a full count. And Hoffman's going to get himself a new ball. And on deck, actually, is Dominic Canzone, and that is not the pinch hitter I was thinking about. But, okay. Going to be a lot of questions to answer here for the Mariners manager. 3-2, swung on and missed. Strike 3, struck him out with the high heat, and Rivas is down, and 2 more outs to go for the Blue Jays fans, and they can taste it now, ladies and gentlemen. 2 down, we get this look over at this Canadian who's completely just zonked out of his mind. Maybe he's smoking the green stuff, I don't know, but the guy's totally out of it. High fastball, Rivas laid on it, and that's it. I don't know why they keep showing this clown. I mean, get him out of here. Yeah, we know. 2 more. We know. We're watching the game. So 1 out here, and that's going to bring up Canzone. Canzone, it's been chronicled. Not much of a hitter, 0.95. Changeup away, misses. Ball 1-0. I don't know why you would go to Canzone. I mean, I get regular season, the guy hit 300. Maybe that was in AAA or something, or AA, or I don't know, but I don't know how this guy hit 300. I'm not seeing it. Here comes the 1-0 from Hoffman. Fastball, popped him up, straight back. Kirk going back. Does he have a play on it? No, it goes right back into the seats. Man, that was almost a quick 2 outs there. But that's a foul ball, and it'll be 1-1. So again, back to the Mariners manager. I mean, he doesn't pinch hit for Rivas. And then when he does pinch hit, he brings in Canzone, who is 0 for October. I mean, this guy, I'm sorry, but this guy's just been overmatched at every step, and he doesn't have a mustache. I mean, come on, man. 1-1 count, top of the 9, 4-3 Jays lead, looking to close it out and get to the World Series. Here's the pitch from Hoffman. Changeup, up and away, 2-1, not even close. Kind of floated on him there. and he's going to step right back in, and we're ready to go already. On deck, Julio Rodriguez, exactly the man they would want up. Let's see if Canzone can get on base here. Here's the 2-1. Swung and a miss. Strike two. Fastball outside corner. Canzone tried to pull it, and you can't pull an outside pitch. Just hit that to left field. And this is why this guy's hitting 095. As we get a look at some other Canadian fans here, they're pretty pumped. And they should be pumped because they're almost there. They are almost there. Let's see if Hoffman can put him away here. Big moment for Canada here. 2-2. Fastball swung on and missed, strike three, and Canzone struck out again. And I can't say I'm surprised, folks, because that's all he's done the entire series. And the Toronto fans love it, and they should love it because they are 1 out away from a World Series berth against the National League All-Star team. And coming to the plate is Julio Rodriguez. As a Mariners fan, you couldn't ask for a better batter to come up. I mean, him or Raleigh, right? But this is a big, big moment here for Julio Rodriguez. He's had him a big series, double and a home run. 3 bombs in the series, 6 RBIs. No one better you like at the plate as he gets ready to do work against Hoffman. Hoffman has his pitch in the stretch. And here it comes. Slider up, ball 1, too high. I don't think he wants to make a habit of hanging a pitch to this guy because we know what he can do with it. He can put it into left field seats in a quickness. 1-0. Hoffman's ready. And here comes the pitch. Another slider up and misses. 2-0. So Rodriguez in the driver's seat here. See if he's sitting on something. I wonder if he's sitting on off speed. You got to figure Hoffman missed twice with the slider. He's probably coming with the heat here. Maybe he'll go with the change. I don't know. Rodriguez in the driver's seat. Here's the 2-0. Slider away and he waved at it. What are you doing, man? 2-0 and that's the pitch you want to swing at? I get it's a big moment, but come on, dude. Wait for your pitch. Big pitch there from Hoffman. Slider away. Takes a lot of moxie to go there 2-0, especially with Cal Raleigh on deck. 2-1. Here's the pitch. Slider away again, and Rodriguez fouls it back, and it's 2-2. He's even the count. Nice job by Hoffman, and he keeps getting him to fish. That's been his go-to pitch, and this is it, ladies and gentlemen. One more pitch. That's it. Everyone on the front step of the dugout, all the fans on their feet. This is a moment they've been waiting for all season. Here comes the 2-2 from Hoffman. He kicks. Slider again, low and away, full count again. Nice take from Rodriguez after he waved at the last two. And it's a full count. And what do you figure here? I mean, at this point, what? Is he going to go away from the slider or is he just going to attack him with it again? Maybe he goes with a changeup. Has not thrown him a fastball the entire at bat. Let's see what happens here on the 3-2. 2 outs. Hoffman ready. And here it comes. Slider away, and he got him swinging, and that's it. And the Blue Jays are headed to the World Series. 6 straight sliders from Hoffman, and the Blue Jays complete the comeback. What a moment for Toronto. What a moment for hockey fans. What a moment for George freaking Springer. My God, what a home run that was. What a series. Well done by both teams. Good job by the Seattle Mariners. You got to think they let one get away here. They had him on the ropes. The Mariners had it, man, tough luck for Seattle, but they'll be back. They got a nice young team, but well done, Toronto. Well done, Coach Miller Lite. As we get a look at the Toronto players celebrating on the field, as they should. There's going to be beer spraying everywhere. Really, really, really great series there. And let's hope that they can bring that same type of intensity to the World Series, which starts on Friday night. As we look at Vlad Guerrero, got to be the MVP. I mean, actually. Maybe it's going to be George freaking Springer because, dear God, what a home run that was. What a home run. George Springer, my man. I mean, geez, he lost 8 pair of shoes. Miller Lite comes out, puts the horns up to the Toronto fans. They don't even know what that means. This guy's like, get me another beer. I'm going to beer bong like 18 more Miller Lites right now. Looking into the Mariners dugout, just a look at dejection. And, you know, at this point, Mariner fans, Mariners players, Mariners coach got to think, what if? What if we did a couple things differently? You know, what if Brian Woo didn't hang that slider to Falefa over the middle on 0-2, right? What if Dominic Canzone wasn't your pinch hitter in the 9th inning? Terrible call, by the way. You know, a lot of what ifs, but it doesn't take away from the fact that the Mariners had themselves a great series. And I mean, this was just an excellent, excellent series. This is exactly what you want. This is what makes baseball so great. The 7-game format, back and forth, the Mariners were up 2-0. Blue Jays come back, get the dramatic game 5 home run by Suarez to win it. Then you have, Toronto coming back in game 6. And then in game 7, down late in the game, bottom of the 7th inning, and George Springer hits the bomb, and the rest is history, as they say. And the Blue Jays are headed to the World Series. All I could ask for at this point is that they can bring the same type of intensity, and I'm guessing they will. They're led by Big Bad Vlad over there. That guy plays. That guy has fun out there, and that's infectious. Springer, of course, he's getting interviewed right now because he is such a badass. He should be interviewed for the rest of his life. Every single day, people walk up to him and just say, "You are a badass." All right, that's going to do it here for the Blue Collar Broadcast. As we wrap up the ALCS, we will be back for the World Series. We may even try and do some live events for the World Series as we start our new YouTube channel. We're just getting this thing off the ground, and we hope that you stick with us. And thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you in the World Series. Bye-bye now.